And we're on live, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! We are back.
What superhero was that, Thomas?
I don't
Kitty Pride. Kitty Pride. Oh, that
the
kitty.
tickler.
The tickle.
the pickle tickler.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this just got dirty.
That's what they call P. Diddy.
Already.
The diddler.
This is a naughty stream.
Yep. All right, we are back. I know it's been a while.
Oh
we
yeah.
have lives, so shut up and stop judging us.
Yeah, stop sitting around on your ass and watching 30 movies a fucking week.
Yeah. We have to do that, man.
Yep, and I don't have Dr. Pepper in here. It's definitely not Dr. Pepper.
Water, baby. H2O.
Because I hate Dr. Pepper. I hate it.
I don't like surprises.
Dr. Pepper's okay. It's not my favorite soda ever. Anyway, this is episode 46 of the Movie Busters. We haven't finished the X-Men franchise, but we're here back to finish it. Finally. This is the Wolverine franchise, or Wolverine Trilogy.
Wolverine!
No. It's Trilogy.
Trilogy, right? Yeah.
I gotta change it to Wolverine Trilogy, though. I put franchise.
Trilogy.
That's okay. No,
You can do that later.
Good. Yeah,
You can do
I think Stallone is in this.
Stallone.
Yeah.
All right.
No, sorry, Kurt Russell.
Yes. I'm Alex, aka Alex 3.0, and I'm joined by Thomas, aka Harfan34, aka Philly Boy, aka I don't know what else you want to call him. So.
Well, speaking of Philly Boy, if the Phillies win tonight, they clinch the division for the first time in almost 13 years.
Yep, they clinch it. They clinch it right between their butt cheeks.
The last time that's crazy. The last time
the last time they won the division was 2011.
Yeah, you haven't even hit puberty at that point.
That was a good one.
But we'll see what happens next month, right, Thomas?
Well, I hope to see Dodgers and Phillies in the NLCS. I hope I get.
We can't be friends on that happens.
I've been watching a lot of Caitlin Clark, dude. She's been destroying people.
Caitlin Clark is fucking good.
Clark?
Dodgers.
Oh my God, are you serious?
No.
Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever.
Indiana. I don't follow anything from Indiana.
Well, she's like the greatest woman basketball player ever.
Well, I don't watch women basketball, so. Whatever.
Well, you should.
Okay.
What are you, second? We're gonna go back to Ghostbusters 2016 now.
No, not that again.
All right. Of course, Rob. I'm joined by Rob, aka from Rob's Nightmares, aka biggest woman basketball fan ever. No. So that's what you've been doing this whole time. We've been gone. You've been watching women basketball.
Yes, I have, and there ain't nothing wrong with that.
So that means you're finally gonna enjoy women things.
Finally, I've been enjoying it. Have you ever seen Aliens or Alien?
No, but now you got
with
like
Ripley,
Destiny, and the Star Wars sequels.
Well, fuck that movie. That movie's stupid.
And
that movie's stupid.
Just kidding. Okay.
No, but I'm being serious. Watch the highlights for Caitlin Clark, dude. I'm not. Okay. Dude, right. She'll shoot it from anywhere in the court. Make it.
I believe you, but you know what? I think I've heard that name once, so maybe it's just like.
Yeah,
I heard that.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Good for Caitlin Clark. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. All right. And, of course, we got special guest, Kenny, a.k.a. from Mr.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I always forget your full.
Yeah, it's all right. Mr. Car Productions, KAR. And
a.k.a. banned from the airport.
He's got videos all the way from what year, Kenny, was your first video? What year was that? It was like 20.
I think I started back in 2007, but I didn't really get into it until 2009.
Yeah, he's got some old videos on his channel. Check them out.
Absolutely, and not only that, but Kenny
different.
Kenny is also a very big archive saver for Rob's old videos too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, too bad he couldn't save. It wasn't at the time back in 2009, 2000 somewhere 8.
Well, I didn't know you were going to be doing that.
Yeah,
I mean, could you imagine if Kenny was able to save the Halloween Resurrection review? And oh man, them videos were gold. Man, them videos were gold.
I miss those videos.
Those are locked in the vault somewhere.
But you know what?
Then,
if I uploaded those today, they'd be flagged for copyright music footage and for cursing because 90% of the videos cursing. Yeah,
yes.
I mean, geez.
Well, that's why we love them, though.
I know. Yeah,
it's like your Rob Rants.
Yeah. Oh, that's still up. You can go check that out. Yeah.
Right.
Go Rob Rants.
Yeah.
Want to see Rob angry? Go check out Rob Rants.
Yeah, and you still can't.
And not literally. Look, those of you out there, it's not real. I basically am playing, I guess, a character. I'm not really angry.
It's
like
real.
That. I tell you what, it was real when I hit a tree with my shoulder. That was not CG. That was real.
Mm-hmm. That was not AI.
One guy made a comment. It was kind of funny. He said, "What if you were in a helicopter or plane and you look down and you just see trees falling everywhere?" Yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing the community a service. Those trees didn't need to be there.
Those trees were
right. They were rotten trees.
Yeah, they didn't need to be there.
So, fuck them trees.
Yes, F them. Oh.
Look what they did. What have the trees ever done for society, huh? Remember the tree from Evil Dead? Yeah. Terrible. The tree from The Guardian? Evil tree.
Oh my god, yeah, that tree was evil.
The evil tree from Sleepy Hollow with all them severed heads. Yeah.
It didn't really do anything except him going in and out.
It was an evil tree.
The Guardian, yeah, created what's her name? Camila,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we've been talking a lot. We haven't mentioned what we're even talking about.
No.
But yes, last time we were on, we talked about the X-Men movies, and there's a couple ones. Now we're going to the spin-offs.
Yep.
That is first up, X-Men Origins Wolverine. This one came out in 2009.
Right.
Yep. Directed by Gavin Hood. If you're familiar with him, he directed the movie Satsi, which is a pretty good movie, actually.
Yep, I got my copy on Blu-ray at Family Video. You can see the sticker right there, and I got it for $1.99. So
rest in peace, Family Video.
Yes, $1.99. Was it worth it?
We'll see. We'll talk about it. Okay. In hindsight, but this one, Hugh Jackman, of course, came back as Logan, aka Wolverine, aka Jimmy. This is the movie we find out his name is Jimmy, his real name.
Yeah.
His birth name. And this was also co-starred with Lee Schreiber, who this time he plays Sabretooth.
Yeah, Cotton.
Cotton Weary. Cotton fucking Weary.
Cotton Weary. Right.
Yeah. Scream Stream coming soon, by the way.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be fun. Anyway, that's gonna be epic. Anyway, Lee Schreiber played Sabretooth in this one, replacing Tyler Mane. And go ahead.
And a very, very, very young Taylor Kitsch.
Yeah, Mr. John Carter himself.
Yeah.
It's
John Carter, yeah.
We also
remember that movie, John Carter?
Yeah.
And then also in this film we also have soon to be an Abigail, Kevin Durant.
Durant, yep.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was recently in Abigail, which was really good.
Yes.
Yeah, Abigail was good.
Fun.
Oh, you finally saw it, Rob?
It's funny.
I saw Abigail. I liked it.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And we also have Dominic Monaghan from Lord of the Rings in here.
Yeah, little Hobbit guy. He plays Light Bulb Man. That's what I call him.
And of course, and of course, in a tiny little supporting role is Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson.
Yeah, this is the view of Deadpool.
But honestly, I cannot believe they did. I can't believe
we'll
they
get
did
to it. Yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, and Danny Houston plays Striker in this one, replacing. Oh my god, I'm forgetting his name from X2.
Brian
I'll
Cox.
tell you.
Brian Cox. Yes.
Striker.
Brian Cox. Yep.
Cox. You like the Cox?
Cox. This time is
Yep.
Houston. From Planet Houston. Superman 2.
Right. Yeah.
Speaking of Superman, the Christopher Reeve documentary just came out. People are saying it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I
Yep.
want to see that. And
Yeah.
Superman show coming next year.
Oh wow.
Because certain Superman movies coming out.
I can't wait to talk about Superman 4.
Woohoo! That's gonna be fun. Okay.
Oh.
The movies, or is that going to also include TV shows?
No, just the movies.
Okay.
We rarely ever talk
Because there's
about
still a lot in that.
I know Lewis and Clark and the animated show and Smallville.
No, I mean, there's a lot of movies, too.
Do it later.
But one time we did a show with. One time we did a stream with 8 movies. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, 9. The
Oh.
Elm Street series.
Yes.
For one whole show. That was
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
That was one of my favorite streams that we ever did.
Yeah, that was like we had the most fun, and also we had the most like people
Laughs.
in the chat.
Right.
And
weirdly,
probably the most laughs.
We had like 10, at least 10, 50 people in the chat that whole night. That was crazy.
Oh yeah, it was
Weirdly,
insane.
out of all the horror series, that is the one I'm the least familiar with. Not that I didn't ever want to see it.
Which one?
But it
Which
was
one?
Friday the 13th.
That's the one
I
that
was
you're
like-
least familiar with.
Right.
You haven't really
I've
seen the movies that much?
some.
Mhm.
No, I didn't grow up watching it. I don't think we didn't really watch a lot of horror at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I know how I could buy them. I'm not going to get them in where it's like 2 films.
No, just get
to
them in the
one
box
disc.
set. Yeah.
I don't want to get them where they're in 2 films to 1 disc.
Yeah, just get
I
the
like
Stream
getting
Factory.
Get them. Don't get them where from people who sell them that might get raided by the FBI.
Well, I know what I'm thinking is I can get them in those Ultimate or Deluxe Edition where they're also separate.
Mm-hmm. See,
Logan. Logan.
And
Yeah,
we're going to be getting to that soon.
yeah,
Go in there.
Rob, we're X-Men Origins, not Logan. Yeah.
Good one.
Not yet. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I think it's headphones.
Echo again.
Sorry, I had to yell at my son for a minute because he was over in the next yard.
Did you
So.
hear what I said?
What?
Okay, I said when you said you screamed your son's name Logan, I said, Rob, we're in X-Men Origins first. We'll get to Logan later.
Yeah, I named my son after him.
I know you did.
Oh, yeah. But sadly,
That's
that
right,
one
he did.
actually...
That's right, he did, didn't he? That's right.
Because sadly, that one actually happened.
So does that mean that you want to go first on this, or you want to go first on Logan?
What?
You want to go first on this, or you want to go first on Logan?
I'll go first on Logan.
Okay, cool. All right, Kenny, since you're kind of a special guest here today, you can go first.
Yeah, why don't you go first?
Or X-Men Origins, Wolverine.
All right. Well, I used to not really care for it when it was first released, but the more I watched it, the more it is kind of silly. But I've gotten to like it more and more over time. Like some of the things in the story, in a way, are. I think that I liked what's her name, Lily Collins. I thought she was good as the love interest, and Taylor Kish was really good. I liked him in John Carter actually.
What about
He was
Battleship?
also in the show. He was in the show Friday Night Lights
What about Battleship?
Battleship.
and Battleship.
Remember that cinematic? Battleship.
Battlefield.
Um,
Battleship.
Oh, jeez.
You know the
Ryan
movie
Reynolds.
based on the board game.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Battleship.
Yeah, with that
Ryan
big thing
Reynolds.
that sits in the middle.
You know, okay. Fun fact: I bought that game Battleship because of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Yes, true story. That and Twister, the game Twister, because of Bogus Journey. But go ahead.
Hmm.
You were talking about Ryan
Let's see.
Reynolds as
Yeah,
main
Ryan
person?
Reynolds. He wasn't. I liked it where he rambled on, and then Logan or whatever Wolverine kept saying to him, "Don't you ever shut up, man." No, not what was it? He says, "Not when he's
No one wants to sleep.
he's hungry or something."
No, he said not when I'm asleep.
Not when I. Oh no,
Oh,
not when I'm
only when I'm
awake.
asleep. Sorry, that's what he said.
Not. Yeah. And I liked Danny Houston. He wasn't too bad.
Yeah, he was
some
a
of
good.
the
He was
scenes
a
I
good
thought was
striker.
good.
Yeah.
Hmm. As in,
Will I am.
it was just
Will I am
sometimes
is teleporter man.
sometimes the effects were weird when he first gets him out when he's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's not too bad. Like I used to really not like this. I think that's all I can really think to say for it.
That's interesting because like not many people have come out and say like, oh yeah, I've warmed up to X and Origins. People still
Well,
yeah.
Well, I think the biggest disappointment is Ryan Reynolds. I think that's like
Yeah.
the
That was
biggest
like
thing.
when they came out, yeah, that was the biggest like
Because once Deadpool came out, then people were like, you know,
no, even when the movie
It's
when
like-
this one came out, when this movie came up, I remember Deadpool fans were like angry.
well, he's the merc with the
Yes,
mouth.
yeah,
He was the merc with the
right.
mouth, and the only time he did that was when he was, normal, and then when they turned him into that whatever,
Baraka Paul.
he didn't talk, so it made no sense to me.
Baraka Paul.
Right.
Yeah, Baraka basically from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, I used to not really like this at all. But the more I watched it, it's not as bad as it used to be for me. It's one of those that can be tolerable, like Street Fighter.
The original Street Fighter
Yeah. Yeah.
with Van Damme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
Mm,
Any more thoughts?
let me see. I can't really think of much of anything else. That's pretty much it.
Rob, your thoughts on X and Origins?
Well, I remember seeing this in the theater, and I don't know. Like there were some things I liked, and then some things I didn't, of course. But Hugh Jackman, I think, never misses a beat, no matter what kind of role he's playing as Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
I think he always hits the right notes with that. Liev Schreiber as Sabretooth, I actually didn't mind him because I thought it gave more depth to the character because Tyler Mane was great, but they didn't really do much with him.
Right, yeah.
In the X-Men story, he was just kind of like, oh, he's one of the main bad guys helping Magneto. But I feel like in this movie, they kind of gave him some kind of substance, and I actually didn't mind that. But yeah, the whole Deadpool thing really bothered me. I just didn't understand why they just chose to go that route. And some of the action scenes, some of the action scenes were kind of just over the top and just ridiculous. But, there were some good ones. I actually wish that, what's his name? Durant, Kevin?
The Blob.
Yeah,
Mm.
the
Kevin
Blob.
Durant, yeah.
It was cool to see the Blob, but I wish they would have done more with him.
Nothing can stop the Blob.
Because I remember the Blob
Yeah.
from the TV show, the '90s
Yeah.
TV show.
I remember the from the video game that you played.
Oh yeah,
So I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
And it was just weird about him because he was thin and really built early in the film, and then all of a sudden he put on a whole bunch of weight.
Well, you saw early in the movie he was eating at the airplane. So
Well, the thing is, like I wish they would have done more with the Blob, and I wish they would have done more with Gambit, because I actually didn't mind Gambit too much. I thought he was right, but
right.
You just said you were. So I actually, I mean, I don't think it's a good film, but I actually don't. I wouldn't say that I like hate it totally. You know, like
Right.
hate's a strong word. I would just say it's just not very good. If I'm going to be logical about it, yeah, it's just it's definitely at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to the X-Men series, the live action.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all I have to say.
I think the biggest problem people have with it is that it seems to be the campiest of all of them.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. But I still think Hugh Jackman kind of keeps it. I don't know. I feel like he gives it his all still. Like I feel like he still kind of gave it his all. But
did you hear that he needed back surgery after making this movie because how he just carried the movie?
I heard. Yeah. But I mean,
he's trying. He never phones it in. So
yeah,
no matter what the material is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Wolverine film, and you come to see him. I mean, that's just it. But
Will.i.am could have been completely written out. He was that one that teleported around.
Yeah.
A lot of the characters could have been written out, honestly.
Yeah.
But like I said, I didn't mind the interaction between Wolverine and Sabretooth. Like I didn't mind. Yeah.
Yeah. That was just done for fan service.
Right.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Rob. You were saying.
No, that's
you didn't mind.
I didn't mind that. But overall, like I said, I just don't think the movie's that good. I mean, it made what 373 million, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Around, yeah.
So it made
that
money.
seems bad. That seems bad now, but back in the day, those were not bad at all.
Like the scene with the helicopter, like that. I don't know. When I look at that now, I'm just like, that kind of looks bad.
I mean, it looked kind of bad even back then.
I guess it did, yeah. But
which one? There was one at the beginning.
He's on the motorcycle.
Oh, that one. Okay.
After he left the Kent farm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the Kents. might as well be.
See? Where's Clark at?
Right, yeah. That was.
I was saying which one because I think there was 3 different ones. The one that looked the worst was when him and Gambit were going to that island.
Yeah.
The one I'm talking about is when he digs his claws into the ground when he's on the motorcycle.
No, I can't.
And then kills the agents.
Yeah.
And then he somehow lights this gas with his claws on the rocks.
Right. Mm-hmm. I don't know how do you feel about the title? Like X-Men Origins.
It's a silly title.
Wolverine is actually a subtitle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought that was kind of weird.
You know why?
Yeah,
because they were gonna have a bunch of these spin-offs called X-Men Origins, blah blah blah. They're gonna have X-Men Origins Magneto, X-Men Origins Gambit, all this stuff.
Just to
Magneto
kind of bring them together like Avengers.
Like they're all gonna be prequel series and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right, Magneto was going to be the next one, but it didn't do so good critically at all.
Right. I mean, most of the X-Men Origins Magneto scripts, I think David Goyer wrote that. A lot of those ideas ended up being X-Men First Class anyway.
Yeah, right.
So, Any more thoughts, Rob, on X-Men?
No, that's it.
All right, okay. Thomas, your thoughts on X-Men Origins?
This is easily my least favorite X-Men film out of all of them. It's easily the weakest of every single one of them. I mean, even if what was the third one? What was it Last
Stand.
Last Stand? Yeah. Even though that one has flaws too, I still think that one has more merits to it than this one.
Oh hell yeah!
But there are still
Yeah.
some things I do like in the film. I still think I agree with what Rob said. I think Hugh Jackman still doesn't miss a beat as Wolverine. I still think he is the perfect fit for the role. Lee Schreiber as what's his name? Sabretooth. Although I do prefer Tyler Mane, I will.
Victor.
I still prefer Tyler Mane as Sabretooth, but I still think Lee Schreiber does a good job. Taylor Kitsch, it was cool. It's like when I watched it, I'm like, oh shit. I forgot that a very young Taylor Kitsch was in it as well before John Carter, Lone Survivor, and being in all these other movies. Was in this. I didn't mind his character. Although I do wish they kind of did more with some of the characters. Like I think the worst part of the movie, like, and it's pretty obvious, it is the portrayal of Wade Wilson Deadpool. I just think, and then finally, once Ryan Reynolds and Tim Story, who did the first movie,
Tim Miller,
yeah. I think Tim Story is a different director.
Oh, who directed it? Yes,
Tim Miller.
Yeah. Tim. Once Ryan Reynolds and Tim Miller got together for 2016 Deadpool, then
Deadpool.
I think Tim Story was the Fantastic Four guy, the one that did the Chris Evans one.
Yeah, these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2005.
Yeah, that was Tim Story. You're mixing up the Tims.
I'm about to say maybe that because it's like it's a Marvel thing.
Right.
There's like Tim Miller. There's Tim Story. Yeah. But
rest in peace, 20th Century Fox.
But
yeah.
We'll get to the rest in peace, 20th Century Fox when we get to Deadpool.
I hated the way they did the Deadpool in the film, but that's still easily the worst. That's still the worst part of the movie for me. But I like everything else. I mean, I can't really tell you that I can really sit here and tell you like what scenes really stood out to be the most, because like when we talk about like the other X-Men films, like even when we talk about Last Stand or like some of the more weaker ones, there were still some moments in there that you remember very well. Like even like Last Stand has some good stuff. X2 one, the first X-Men, and First Class and things like that. Like they all had really good moments. Like this one though,
I know you didn't, Thomas. I know you didn't like X-Men Apocalypse, but would you say that one's better than this?
I would definitely say X-Men Apocalypse is definitely better.
I would say it is.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's why I said in the beginning, I still think this is the weakest of the X-Men movies in general. It's weaker than Apocalypse. It's weaker than Last Stand. It's weaker than all the other ones too.
It's down there. Yeah.
Definitely the weakest of the whole X-Men, universe, I should say. But with that saying though, there's, like I said, there's a couple good merits in there, like Hugh Jackman, Lee Schreiber, Taylor Kitsch, and the guy that played and I'm with Kenny. I didn't mind Danny Houston as Stryker. I thought he was pretty decent. Although
I've only liked Danny Houston in one movie, and that was 30 Days of Night.
Wonder Woman.
Yes, 30 Days of
Wonder
Night.
Woman. What the? No, not that one. No, 30 Days of Night. He was actually really good in that movie.
Yeah, that's like my favorite vampire movie.
30 Days of Night he was good in.
I haven't really cared for anything else he's done.
Who did Danny Houston play in Wonder Woman? Who did he play in Wonder Woman?
The villain, the
dude that not Ares, but the general.
Yeah.
Oh, that's who that was. Yeah.
Yeah, you forgot he was in that movie.
Well, probably for good reason, because he was not really the most memorable part of Wonder Woman.
He's one of the most parts in that movie. Yeah.
He's like one of the more or less interesting parts of Wonder Woman.
Yes.
He was
when he said that. When Rob said Wonder Woman, I had to think like, when? Oh, the first one. I was like, he wasn't in '84.
Well, no, fuck that movie.
I remember he was also in the number 23, that
Was
Jim
it? See, I forgot.
Carrey.
I forgot
Well-
that he was in that. He doesn't really stand out that well.
Yeah, and
a lot of times.
pretty much anything he's accent, he's not the standout.
He's not now. Only in 30 Days a Night. That's it.
30 Days a Night, his role was really solid.
He's really
Yeah.
intimidating in that movie. Like
He
legit
is. He is good in that.
That's an
But,
intimidating vampire movie. That's a crazy movie.
but that's my overall thoughts on X-Men. I'm with you guys. I think the title is ridiculous. Like when I say the title, it sounds like oranges,
X-Men Origins.
Origins.
It's a ridiculous title. Like I'm not a fan of the title, but because it just sounds really wrong saying that, like oranges. It sounds like I'm saying when you say it really fast, X-Men Oranges Wolverine. I'm like, wait, did you say oranges or origins?
There are no origins in the movie.
Yeah, and people always say the title weird anyway. Wolverine Origins. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
they call it Wolverine Origins. A lot of people call it that.
I just call it Origins.
I just call it.
Yeah.
I
you
just
call it. You know what you were.
Yeah.
I just call. I always just called it oranges, but
Oranges.
Oranges,
I never actually heard that
yeah.
before.
But anyways, that's my overall thoughts on X-Men Origins Wolverine. So
Oranges.
And
Can't wait
yeah,
for,
it's definitely.
can't wait for X-Men apples.
X-Men Oranges Magneto.
X-Men Apple.
Yes. All right.
And then the one released around the same time, I think, was Dragon Ball Evolution. Which,
yeah, 2009 was
I didn't
the
like
best year.
Yeah,
no.
2009 was a pretty bad year.
This is the same year we got
Friday the
Transformers.
13th remake.
No, I was gonna say this is the same year we got Revenge of the Fallen.
Oh,
What's wrong with that movie?
Transformers, yeah.
Ooh.
That movie, okay.
Oh yeah, we're what was it? Who had the pair of balls? What was that again?
Devastator.
Devastator. Yeah, Devastator's
Oh
testicles.
yeah.
Yeah, they ruined Transform. I'm sorry. Like, I'm a huge fan of the original cartoon because that's what I grew up with. And when I saw those, I'm like, what what are they trying to do?
I remember, at least in the summer, like people were debating which is the worst movie.
I can hear you
X-Men
guys.
Origins
Don't worry.
or-
I'm just taking a drink.
the X-Men Origins or Revenge of the Fallen. I remember that was a discussion. Like, that's it.
Honestly, I think I'd rather watch X-Men Origins.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Because these were during the writer's strike.
That is true. Yeah. But
Yeah,
then again, I mean, not getting too much Transformers. The next one after that was Dark in the Moon, and that was just as bad. So.
Well, 2009 also was what? Orphan. Didn't Orphan come out?
That's true. Yeah.
Orphan,
Come on.
yes.
A
Yeah.
good one.
That's good. All right. X-Men Origins for me. It's funny. I have the opposite opinion of Kenny. Like, I actually enjoyed it a little bit when it first came out, but then on repeat viewings, it got less good and less good.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's still less and less, though. But,
Yes. You guys mentioned plenty of things that were good. Like the first part of the movie, like when you see Wolverine and Sabretooth throughout the wars, like that's good. Like that could have been a whole movie.
Well, that was an interesting storytelling,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I like that part of it.
And
I
they
like when
raced
they actually
through
join.
it.
When they join, yeah, they do just rush through.
It's a montage, basically.
Yeah, and I didn't mind the whole team up with Stryker at the beginning. You see all the again, that could have been a whole movie.
Yeah.
But then they rush through that and they move on, and then that's where the movie gets bad, and it gets really bad at the end.
Yeah.
You get mentioned already, Deadpool and the whole thing, Barakapool. Like, okay, everyone's talked about that. Like, yeah, it's dumb.
If you think about it, they didn't even need Deadpool. They didn't even need to have Deadpool in this movie.
Yeah, they didn't.
And if you guys,
And if you think about it too, it almost ruined the character. I mean, it almost didn't get Deadpool.
it was his debut, and in movies.
I mean, I didn't mind him, like I said, when he was walking around normal. Like he was always talking smack. Okay, that's what Deadpool should do. But why didn't he have his a mask on?
And you can tell Ryan Reynolds was a little rusty. Wasn't really quite there yet.
Ryan Reynolds, you know.
Yeah,
it didn't really hit quite just yet.
Well, that probably was in Blade Trinity. He was the same way, same exact way.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: which one would you rather watch, Origins Wolverine or Blade Trinity?
Blade Trinity.
Origins, not
Blade Trinity.
I can't stand Blade Trinity.
I can't either.
No, Blade Trinity sucks.
I can't either, but I think it's more entertaining.
I'd rather watch X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Oranges. Give me oranges anytime.
Oh my god! The only reason I say is because Wesley Snipes. I think Wesley Snipes was.
Yeah, but he was phoning it in that movie.
He was, but
I think David Goyer was the wrong choice for a director.
He was, but I still think he was. Wesley was good.
Yeah, and then David Goyer is not a bad writer, but terrible director.
Yeah, Parker fucking Posey. God.
Yeah.
Well, then The Invisible.
I like Parker Posey, but he wasn't good in that movie.
Mm.
But yeah, X-Origins. I didn't like Danny Houston as Stryker. I should let's say, for the most part, in the movies I've seen in him, like the one movie I liked him in was 30 Days a Night. Yeah, to me, it doesn't stand out really well, like Brian Cox did in X2.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you on that. Right. He's not like Brian Cox is definitely a far better actor than Danny Houston.
But then again, like a lot of the actors in this movie, not everybody, but like this, not one of their better performances. Who am I thinking of? Like Liv Schreiber, like he's good because he's a good actor, but like they give him some bad dialogue in this movie.
Right.
Yeah, that is true.
And Hugh Jackman, he's given it his all, but even he can't save the movie.
Right.
So there's that, and like this is the beginning of like the continuity errors in this franchise.
I thought it already had been going.
No, like I'm talking about at the time, when they were released. Like this was the first prequel.
Oh.
Yeah, and this when the people start noticing. Wait a minute, it's like this doesn't match up, and this doesn't match up, and this doesn't match up. You know?
Oh, okay, I see.
Like at the end of the movie, you have Patrick Stewart making a cameo as Professor X. Like,
yeah,
and that looked horrible. Yeah. And like, why is Cyclops in the movie? It's like, there's no reason why you had to have Cyclops in the movie. I remember that.
Yeah, and he didn't have the visor.
Not yet. I mean, he was just a kid in high school.
Not yet.
Right. Yeah, like they tried to put too many characters in there, and they had no real like purpose in the story, other than just like they're just there because they're there.
That's the problem with having too many characters. Like they can't focus on like just a couple.
Mm-hmm. See, I would have been fine if you just had the mutants that were in the beginning of the movie in that team. That's fine, but like then you start putting like, Gambit and Cyclops and Professor X makes a cameo for no reason. It's like,
it was kind of giving you like Amazing Spider-Man 2 vibes, and
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a masterpiece compared to this.
Well, I'm just saying, like, when you cram too many characters.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a good movie.
Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3 is better.
Well,
I don't know. You know what?
No, it is. It is a better.
Well, I'm just saying, like, those movies have like those similar flaws where you try to cram in too many characters, and
I'll watch Spider-Man 3 over this.
I
would.
Yeah, I agree with Rob on that one.
I don't know.
Bernard's my favorite character. So
Thomas still has PTSD from Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, I pretty much do, but with that fucking emo ass Peter Parker.
Yeah, Bernard gave you that PTSD.
It's like you said when you reviewed it years ago. I'd make a sequel where Bernard dies at the beginning.
He should have died. They should have punched him right in the fucking face.
And then I remember that one of the lines that you say in that review just made me just like bust the gut, and it was so because I'm like, that is so freaking true. He's like, Rob's like, if I was Harry, I'd be like, you're fucking fired.
He look, he worked for Harry, right? And Harry didn't do a damn thing after what he told him. Like, I would have been pissed at him.
The whole time he knew.
Oh yeah, the butler.
I would have been pissed, man.
Yeah.
And then Rob said, and then Rob followed that up with, I kicked that old man out on his ass. And I'm like, yes, Rob, yes.
Burner was the real villain. Burner was the real villain in the whole trilogy.
Yeah, it was not. Yeah, it wasn't really Venom, or it wasn't
He was
really
a shady old man.
He's
a dirty old man.
It's so weird that like that character.
Oh, welcome home, Harry.
I gotta tell you this: your father died by his own blade. I cleaned his wound. Oh, thanks for telling me.
It's one of those things that, like, when they first came out, like, I didn't even know that character was in the first two movies. He's just in the background the whole time.
You know what's even worse? Harry fought Peter and got all messed up even after that. All the stuff Harry went through.
And he still didn't tell him right there.
Yeah, only until he gets his face blown off.
Burner was watching that whole fight. I think I said this before, like, in the past. Like, Burner he was watching that whole fight in the background the whole time.
He was Batman. He's in the shadows.
He's like,
my God.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like, I don't know.
I'm surprised no one is in chatting yet.
I left a message on YouTube on my channel and linked the chat.
Yeah,
too.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten anybody in here yet.
It's maybe people are. It's Sunday. Maybe people are doing stuff.
Yeah, football.
You know what? A lot of
football going on right now.
It's kind of funny. I'm actually watching. I'm keeping an eye on the Eagles game as we're live.
Foosball.
There's another one, Philly boy.
Yeah, but like the CGI. Oh man, with the claws, it's really bad in the bathroom scene.
Mainly bathroom, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what's with the CG.
That was like
CG is pretty crappy.
Then when he cuts through that wall, after he just got the adamantium in and he fought his way out.
Yeah, he clawed an X.
Franchise.
Here's the thing that was disappointing too. The whole operation scene, because remember in the flashbacks in X-Men 2, he's going nuts. He's bleeding. You don't see any of that in this one.
Right.
No,
it's so tame by comparison.
This movie seems really watered down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of the perfect way to describe it. It's a watered down.
And I've always thought about that with Wolverine. It's like he's a character that if he stabbed you with his claws, you'd be all messed up. There should be blood everywhere. All that's. I always thought that. We'll get to Logan, but I just feel like that's watered down with Wolverine as a character with these movies.
It was done much better in his little cameo in X-Men Apocalypse.
Exactly.
We saw some blood.
Mm-hmm. There was
First Class.
It was that shit. No, I'm talking about X-Men Apocalypse when he.
Yeah, X-Men Apocalypse. Yeah, he has that cameo.
I know with that.
He was Weapon X.
He was Weapon X program.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, I remember.
Romulo for 10. Remember that when he was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we know what X means. We've seen Jason X. We've seen Saw X. Okay. We know.
Yeah, when he's wearing that thing over his head.
Yeah.
We know X. We know X. Give it to you. We know it.
Like
most
of us, we learned Roman numeral numbers when we were kids, so we know what X means. Okay?
Yeah, but they have to make it all sound all like unique.
Yeah. Stupid.
Oh my God, Saw X. Oh man.
No, but I'm talking about in this movie, like when Stryker's explaining Weapon X to those guys, he's like, what Weapon X? Like,
but the same with like titles. It's the same with like titles of movies. It's like Jason X, Saw X. It's like okay, you don't need to be unique.
So any Fast X,
Rambo,
Fast X, yeah. God.
X
Rambo.
It's a guarantee,
If they ever get to Rambo 10, Kenny, I don't know what I'd do with myself.
Oh man, they gotta hurry up because Sly's not getting any younger, and they're
halfway
through. We only have 5 movies.
I know.
So yeah,
they probably wouldn't get to 10.
Nah.
Like the dynamic between Sabretooth and Wolverine is fine, but like it has no real conclusion. He just like kind of just leaves
Well,
and that's it.
Like the second half of the film, it's almost like they bring these other characters in, and it's like Leaf doesn't even have. He like pops in every once in a while.
Also, I don't know if you guys remember this. This movie got leaked a month before it came out. Remember that?
Yes, I remember that. Oh, that was
the incomplete
not
version.
good.
Yeah.
I remember people talking about it. Like it was all over.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember I saw the leaked version after I saw the movie just to see the difference. Like there was like the CG was the biggest difference. Yeah, it was basically the same movie. I remember when the studio was like, "No, the leaked version is not the complete version. You're gonna get extra more stuff." Like, no, it was pretty much the same movie.
Well, I remember the toys. They came out with like the action figures, and like they would release like what they were looking like, and like they had like claws and stuff that you could get. Well, I remember I knew Liev Schreiber was going to be in it, but I wasn't sure like what he was going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw the toy, I'm like, I don't think he looks like Sabretooth. But
a long trench coat.
The long trench coat, yeah.
Well, like with the short hair, Sabretooth usually has like, I mean, he had short hair in the cartoon because he had like this. He had short hair, but then he had like this. I don't know what do you call that? A mane around him.
Yeah. Yes.
Like a lion would have.
Yeah.
So it's like
that's what he was wearing.
Craven the Hunter. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I was just so used to Tyler Mane.
Yeah. Like he actually looked like a damn animal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that look is just more interesting.
Yeah.
I think they were beginning with it.
See, I thought at the end he was gonna turn more animalistic and like actually grow the long hair and stuff like that. Like, no, that didn't happen.
No, it's not Cheetah from 1984.
And this movie takes place in I don't know. Like you see them in the Vietnam War at the beginning of the movie, and then like 5 years passes by, so it's like late 70s.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is what I mean.
Yeah, even though it don't feel like 70s in some.
It doesn't at all.
Like when Deadpool shows up, it definitely don't feel like 70s.
No.
Right.
There was nobody acting like Ryan Reynolds in the 70s. Not like that, at least. So, I don't know. So yeah, I mean, I didn't watch it. It's pretty mad movie. No, like I was gonna say, like I did rewatch it months ago. Like, it's not the worst thing ever, but like, yeah, I mean, like, it's one of those things where like the people, the studio, I should say, really didn't know what they were doing.
Right.
But
it made money though.
I'd rather watch this than Men Web. I'm gonna keep punching that movie down all year. Okay, I don't care.
Deservedly so.
See that. I didn't care to see that.
It might be eating your words if Craven the Hunter comes out and you don't like that.
I know. I'm gonna retire off of YouTube forever if Craven the Hunter is a worse movie than Men Web. There's no effing way this should happen. Yeah. I will get on here and say, "Hi guys, I'm done. I'm deleting my channel because Craven the Hunter was worse than Men Web." As much as I dislike Aaron Taylor Johnson as an actor, I do not think that movie's gonna be worse than Men Web. No way. But then again, I've been wrong before. Okay, yeah.
No,
X-Men Origins, like, yeah.
It's funny to me how they have the claws for Wolverine there on the poster, and then the cover for every home video release. It looks like they're closer together here than on the poster.
He's about to cut his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what everyone always says whenever he has them near him like that. In any poster. Not all of them, but a lot.
Somebody, I don't know who it was, but like somebody said like the movie feels like a bad Steven Seagal movie, and that's kind of true.
Yeah.
Kenny, is your edition the ultimate 3-disc? This is the ultimate 3-disc. It says up there.
Well, it's not Blu-ray though.
Oh, it isn't? Okay.
It's a 2-disc.
Oh, yours is 2? Okay.
Okay, last thing about X-Men Origins. What did you guys think of the adamantium bullets. That's how he lost his memory. That's how he lost his memory. Wasn't the operation? It was the bullets.
Right
I
at
mean,
the
that was
at the
kind of
very
a dumb
end.
explanation.
Yeah,
It makes no sense.
No.
Because when that bounced off.
Yes. It makes no sense at all.
See, when we're talking about this, it seems like we barely have anything to say about it because it's almost a nothing film.
Well, because it tries to connect, but it don't. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, right,
There's really no connection, honestly.
right.
exactly.
Hey, I got a funny story. Before
Okay.
I did see this movie in theaters, but like my parents went to go see this movie by themselves, and I didn't think they would because they rarely ever do that. They came back, they said they liked it, and I had no idea that in this movie, Sabretooth and Wolverine were going to be brothers. So my dad actually spoiled the movie for me. I was like,
They spoiled that.
I was like, huh? I didn't know it was going to thing. Yeah.
And then, funny enough,
But my dad likes
wasn't-
the Wolverine movies, like even this one. But his favorite is the Wolverine, which we get to.
Oh wow,
the
okay.
second.
That one, the best.
the second one. All
the
right.
second one, yeah. So yeah, X-Men Origins. No more thoughts? Adamantium bullets.
They're gay.
Would you want to get shot by an adamantium bullet to forget this movie?
No, because I really don't want to
No.
die over this movie. I'd
No,
rather.
but it's not gonna kill you. It's just gonna make you lose your memories.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well,
it's gonna hurt like hell though.
I brained one. I brained one real back.
you can shoot me in the ass. Maybe it'll be fine. I got bet. Something bet me.
You'll get free ice cream.
Or how
Free ice cream
about
that whole week,
Wolverine's?
though.
Have Wolverine's claws in your butt.
In your
No, thank
pee-pee
you.
hole. In your
No,
pee-pee.
that shit sounds painful.
Yep.
What the fuck? Okay. All right. Yeah.
I
Like
can't
yeah.
think of anything, really.
No. Yeah. You just go like yeah.
Yeah, this movie sucks. So fuck it.
You're like claws in your butt. Wolverine claws in your butt.
It's.
I guess I'll give out the stats.
Well, I got the box office stats.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Rob mentioned yes, it did make $374 million worldwide on $150 million budget. Not too
Which I
bad.
guess that's a decent sized hit.
Well, at that time it was, yeah.
At the time it was. Nowadays people will call that a flop
Or a disappointment.
or disappointment. I mean, if it's a Wolverine movie, yeah. So, what other stats you got? Tell us. Critics, right?
Yep, I got the critic score right here. Has a 6.5 on IMDb, and on Rotten Tomatoes it has a 38%.
That's fair.
But that's a pretty fair rating.
Mhm.
What is it for what is it called? The critic and the other one?
Metacritic?
No, for Rotten Tomato.
Oh, the audience score?
Oh, the audience score. If
Audience.
you're one of the audience score is 58%.
Wow, that's pretty high for
Yeah.
audience.
That's probably like one of the lowest ones for the.
I figured it wouldn't be any. I figured it'd be maybe just a little higher than the 38%.
I didn't think 20%.
Rotten popcorn there.
the bucket of popcorn is tipped over.
Yeah, that's how it is in audience score. When it's rotten
Right.
under 16,
It's rotten because the popcorn was shoved up someone's ass.
Or their pee-pee hole.
the butter went bad. Okay, that's what happened.
You want bad butter? Go to my theater.
Oh yes,
You mean the best theater ever?
Yeah, you got sticky floors and buttery buckwheat popcorn.
That
right, the one
Is it still-
your dad like.
Is it still the same popcorn machine?
Yeah,
Oh my god!
It has like, you know how there's like that pot on top, right?
Yeah.
That and the kernels come out and dump over into the bin. Well, the pot is rusty, like on top. Like that thing, it's the original model. I don't know what in the hell he's trying to do. I'm surprised the health department hasn't gone in there and say, "Hey, you need to change this."
You know, it takes
Getting a new
one phone call from the health department. And, yeah.
I could care less. Like honestly, I don't really eat anything. I just get maybe a drink, but
Just sneak, yeah.
Just go to the dollar store and just stuff
Yeah,
in your pockets.
I mean, who doesn't do that?
Or you just eat
we all
before
do
you
it.
get there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to pay $15 for pop.
When I go to the theater, if I'm not hungry, like I at least get a drink.
Yeah, I get a drink.
You gotta have
Exactly.
One of my favorite things at a theaters, but that one probably could be more expensive than popcorn. I'd like nachos.
Oh,
At
nachos are
some
good. Yeah,
theaters.
they're good.
Nachos good,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what's also good? Pretzel nuggets with cheese sauce.
Yeah.
Pretzel
good, too.
nuggets.
I'm into nuggets, y'all.
I
Okay.
figured someone would have that version of the
I
Wolverine.
have that version, but I can't. I don't know.
That is
I
a
want
cool.
to get
I don't want to get up and get it. You know.
I want to get that, but I haven't gotten around to it
Okay, so 4 years later, we got.
this year.
I guess you could say a sequel. The Wolverine.
Right.
It's
Right.
called The Wolverine.
This includes a comic with it. I didn't know.
It's not called Wolverine. It's The Wolverine.
Yeah.
The
Or no
Wolverine.
oranges either. Okay.
This is what came. This is what comes with the. It's like a Wolverine comic.
And oh,
Well, that cover looks like cum. So
okay.
It looks like what? It looks like what?
it looks like cum. The
It's
white
like,
cover.
Come with me.
Wait, who's talking about? Who's talking about cum? I said comic.
He was talking about the Puff Daddy song. Come with me.
Oh.
I was saying the cover looks like someone cummed on it.
P Diddy ain't gonna be doing none of that now. He's
Oh no, he'll be doing plenty of that in jail.
well, they'll be doing that to him. But yeah. Anyway,
Go watch Godzilla 1998.
come with me. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun.
Man, I don't care. That song's a pleasure.
Yeah, I like that song. I used to listen to that in my.
I still listen to it. Don't go.
No, in my car I used to listen.
Oh,
I'm gonna
that
listen
was
to that right
Godzilla.
now. Yeah, Godzilla 1998 or just Zilla.
Jizzilla.
Just, yeah.
Jizz.
Jizzilla, right.
I just got that. What the fuck? Okay, so the Wolverine came out in 2013, 4 years after X-Men Oranges.
Mm-hmm.
And this time directed by James Mangold.
James Mangold. Yep.
Yeah, this was his debut.
This went through a few different directors.
And this one in
too.
3D.
I didn't see it in that.
Yeah, originally Darren Aronofsky was going to direct this.
Yes, right.
Yeah, remember?
Marco Beltrami did the music. I like him
Yes.
as a composer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good one.
He's good. I like him, but this was not one of my favorite scores.
No, it's not. But I mean, I'm just saying as a composer,
Oh no, he's good.
Well,
he's done some really good stuff.
Yeah.
well,
He's
certainly this
He's
one.
actually one that doesn't get mentioned a lot, actually.
That's
No.
comedy doesn't.
Well, at least this film is
Scream,
vastly
baby,
better
scream.
than. This film is better than with the one we were already talking about.
Yes.
Well, I mean, as far as like story and characters, I mean, it blows that one out of the water. It's
Right.
and the other one just blows.
Better
the
director.
other one blows jizz all over the cover.
Okay, so speaking of jizz, Thomas, you started this one.
Speaking of it,
Because he's the one that brought it up. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it works. Rob said comic, and then in Thomas's brain said cum.
it is it's a cum cover.
Okay.
Oh my
Thomas, go
god.
ahead. Thoughts on the Wolverine?
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. You got to say the Wolverine. Don't say Wolverine.
Well, the Wolverine. I had a great. I didn't get to see this in the theater. I actually got to see this when it first came to Blu-ray DVD. I didn't buy it or anything like that. I saw it. But I think my friend owned the Blu-ray of this because I think we used to have like sleepovers and all that stuff. So we got to see. I think he bought it like the first week it came out.
Right.
And And right off the bat, I will say this is a massive step up from the first from the Orange's Wolverine.
Yeah,
Orange's Wolverine.
it's a trilogy. So
And just right off the bat, I'm a huge fan of James Mangold as a director. I mean, I love Identity.
Huge.
Oh yeah, I love James Mangold. Yeah, it really.
he's a good director.
Big fan of him as a director.
Hit and miss. Hit and miss.
I love Identity. I love Copland.
Copland's freaking amazing.
Yeah, I've never seen that, so I can't say.
Really?
Copland is great.
Dude, Alex, if you want a recommendation for a Stallone film, go
Copland.
When did Copland come out?
97?
No, it's not. Yeah.
James Mangold's been directing that long. Okay.
Yeah, but they have. But De Niro, you got
Robert Patrick,
Ray Liotta.
Okay.
I mean, there's a bunch of.
I gotta look for that one. Okay.
You have Janine Garofalo. You have Peter Berg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want to see
Peter Berg, director of Battleship, we just mentioned it.
And isn't whatchamacallit in it too, Rob? Harvey Keitel in it too?
Yeah, he's
wow, that's hella
yeah,
nice.
dude. It's like a dude.
It's like a western.
You want to see a Stallone movie where he actually acts like really good? That's that's one of his best acted movies. And
Stallone's not really playing like a superhero. He's more in his shell, and
he's
more reserved.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually more of a reserved.
Yeah. I've heard of it. Actually, I had no idea. Like, there was that many people in it. I had no idea it was a James Mangold movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then he also did Walk the Line, the Joaquin Phoenix one.
Yeah, Joaquin.
That's right. Oh yeah, when he did Johnny Cash. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Johnny Cash movie.
That was he had some misses like Night and Day with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz.
That was all right. That wasn't that. I mean,
and recently Dial of Destiny.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
but overall, he is really good.
Okay, so
I'm sorry.
He has more good than bad. Okay.
I did not like Dial of Destiny. I don't know what you guys. I did not like it.
I didn't like it that much either. So
it was just.
Me neither. But I just want to go through some of the other things that James Mangold. I mean, he directed.
That's how we mentioned everything.
And he also did 310 to Yuma.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was him. I forgot about that.
And he also directed a Ford versus Ferrari as well.
That one wasn't too bad either.
Okay, I'm gonna backtrack.
James Mangold,
I'm gonna backtrack a bit. He has more good than bad. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I almost forgot that he directed. I completely forgot he directed Girl Interrupted with Angelina Jolie.
Yes, right.
I only saw that movie once. I don't really remember it.
Yeah, me too. I only saw it once myself.
That was 1999.
Cool. All right. So you thought on the Wolverine?
Yeah,
but the Wolverine, I really enjoyed the film. I really do enjoy it quite a bit. Once again, Hugh Jackman, once again, he just does not miss a beat at all as Wolverine. And I will say what I really loved because I think the version that my buddy had the Unleashed Extended Edition on Blu-ray. It had more graphic violence in it, and I'm like, wow, like this is like,
wow,
I
think this is standard. Yeah, I don't know, I don't have that.
So the extended version.
This does have an alternate ending,
Yes.
But.
And I will say probably one of my favorite moments in the entire film that just stands out to be the most. Like whenever I think of the Wolverine. One of the first things that always pops in my mind, it's still one of my favorite fights in any of the X-Men films, is when he's fighting Silver Samurai.
That's one of the things that I was so glad that they added was Silver Samurai, but I just wish they didn't wait until the end to reveal.
I can understand that, yeah.
I wanted them to do more, but I mean it was cool seeing him. I always loved him in the show.
Yeah, definitely. But I love the fight with Silver Samurai and also too, the effects in this film are also a big step up. Like for example, like when Logan he regenerates his bone claws. Remember the part when he regenerates the bone claws? And
well, that's okay. We didn't mention that. We didn't mention in X and Oranges. He has bone claws. I don't remember. I remember.
What's going on?
Oranges.
I remember. Okay. I don't think I've ever. I don't think I've ever liked the idea of him having bone claws like that.
Well, that was what he had in the comics. But
I know, but
guess
like no one likes
it.
I always felt like him having the adamantium claws was first time he ever had claws. I like that idea more in my head than him having.
Well, I mean that was the whole point of the project, Weapon X, is when they poured the animanium. But yeah, I mean it makes.
But you know what? But you know why I think that way? Because remember in X-Men 2 at the end when Stryker tells him, "You're an animal, then you're still an animal. I just gave you claws."
Well, I think literally. Yeah, I mean he's always had claws, but he gave him like actual,
useful claws.
The bone claws don't. The bone claws don't really. I don't think are as efficient as.
That's why I don't care for them.
Yeah, I mean they're more pointy. I think the claws he had with animanium, he could slice and dice, but these are kind of just like he just has to like stab. Like he can't really. I don't know.
It just pokes you once and you're bleeding.
Yeah, Days of Future Past, it goes back to having bone.
Well, and plus, Silver Samurai breaks them.
Yeah, but
so did Sabretooth.
He steps on him. Yeah.
Steps on what, the animanium claw?
Yeah, no. Silver Samurai does. He steps on Wolverine's claws, don't he? The bone.
No.
Well, you're thinking of Origins.
Yeah, you're thinking when Sabretooth steps on Origins.
No. In this one, when he's hanging off the cliff or hanging off the ledge,
he's taking off the animanium claws. He's sucking the animanium out of him.
Oh, I thought he broke off.
That's it. Okay.
No, his bone claws come back.
Remember that.
Yeah,
I know they come back, but I thought he broke them.
But no, they're fine. It's the animanium breaks off. So yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, Thomas. Silver Samurai, you're talking about.
And I also love the mid credits, the mid credit scene with Magneto and Professor Xavier, telling him about I'm like wow, I love that mid credit scene so much. It was just really cool to see
those guys again.
It was just really cool to see, wow, like Patrick Stewart, like Ian McKellen back again. I'm like, wow, it's just really cool to see Ian.
Can
McKellen
I tell you something though? When I got to see the movie in theaters, I had no idea that was the scene that was going to pop up. But when that happened, I was so into it, and I thought Professor X was going to come in slowly with his wheelchair, but he comes gliding. I thought it made me laugh.
Yeah,
he's like, he's like going around the frozen people. Like, but yeah, great.
Because he does have chairs with wheels and without wheels.
Mm-hmm. That's what they call them, wheels. When he has wheels.
Well, that's what he said. Logan said. Wolverine.
When he has wheels, he calls them wheels.
Right.
Oh, and I also wanted to mention another scene that I really love the most in this movie is the fight inside the fight in the bullet train with the Yakuza.
Yeah.
That bullet train fight is perfection. I love that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to like some of the X-Men films and all that stuff, it's when we talk about origins, like you couldn't really think of like, a lot of scenes that really stood out to you in the most. But when you think about all the other ones, like wow, it's like you can think of like scenes that you can remember. And this one, and especially when we get to the next one, Logan likes to have some outstanding sequences that just pop at you like that, like right out to you like that. And like I said, and it was really weird. Like I think the only two American actors in this film were Hugh Jackman and Famke Johnson. I think because everybody else was like Japanese or
the Poison Ivy chick.
Yeah, and her too. And if you want to count the mid-credits scene, Patrick Stewart and Ian.
I know
McKellen.
Her name is what is her name in the movie?
It is. It was.
Who are you talking about?
The
blonde.
villain, the blonde.
One of the main villains.
Viper. Sorry, Viper. Right? Is that your name?
Oh
But she
yeah,
could rip
Viper.
off- Yes,
okay.
rip off her
Yes.
skin and
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
she reminded me of just Poison Ivy.
Yeah, her. Yeah, I tell you what. When I'm looking at her photo, and she would she actually make a really good Poison Ivy in a Batman movie. I would not, if I'm lying, I'd be lying if I didn't. But she would make a really good Poison Ivy.
probably better than Uma Thurman.
Yeah, easily.
Uma Thurman's hot.
Uma Thurman is a really beautiful lady. Don't get me wrong, but I just like. But then again, that was more of the direction she was given to act rather than.
Well, she could if they would have given her some like really. I mean, look how she was in Pulp Fiction. Like if they give her some real like good dialogue and went a different way, I think she could pull it off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kill Bill,
especially. Yeah.
Without a doubt. But I mean, overall, I had this film is fantastic. It's definitely, I'd probably say it's one of the more underrated X-Men films. I feel like not many people really bring up the Wolverine that much because everybody brings up Logan or things like that. But I feel like no one ever really brings up the Wolverine that much. So I feel like it's kind of I kind of feel like this is sort of like a Batman Begins-y sort of like thing in this universe where it's like, oh wow, like I feel like this is like one of the more underrated gems of the franchise.
Yeah,
so,
out of this Wolverine trilogy, it's definitely like in the middle. Like it's definitely like you have X-Men Origins Wolverine, which no one likes, but then Logan people like, and this one just gets like it's just in the middle, like
kind of gets lost in the sauce.
It's like a Rocky 2 and Jaws 2, right?
Yeah, I guess that'd be good.
Too, sure.
It's kind of like a lost in the sauce, basically.
Lost in the
lost in the
stinky sauce.
That's what
Lost in the...
But yeah, this movie is this movie's good. I like the Wolverine quite a bit, and I thought James Mangold did a bang up job directing this movie. So definitely enjoyed this film a lot.
Rob, your thoughts on the?
I agree with everything Thomas said. I like how it takes place in Japan because I like that storyline. We got to see that in the 90s in the 90s cartoon. I think it was. I don't remember if it was like a two-parter or whatever. I
remember cartoon shows like that. They always had two parters when like a character goes somewhere else.
Yeah. And I like what's his name, Hiroyuki Sanada, who played.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of movies. He was in Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. He was in
this one,
right? Yeah.
John Wick 4.
Yeah, John Wick 4. He was in the Lost TV show. He was in Avengers Endgame. He's been in a lot. Oh, he also played Scorpion in the new Mortal Kombat movie.
Right.
That's right. He did.
Yeah. I really like him as an actor, but the whole Japan setting was. I kind of like movies that take place in those kind of settings.
The Japan setting is cool, yeah.
Like I just said,
Yakuza.
The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise is probably one of my favorite movies, and that takes place in Japan. But I don't know, putting Wolverine in that setting is really interesting to me, and it's really I think this movie's more story driven than what we got with Origins, and. Again, Hugh Jackman doesn't miss a beat in this. I think he obviously carries the movie. What?
Even if you say it right, I noticed Kenny was laughing a bit when you said orange. See, Kenny said it right.
Orange,
it almost. I almost feel like I need to say it, but it's like it just slips off my tongue. I'm just like oranges.
Yeah, that's Thomas's fault. Now we got oranges in the brain. That's okay.
Yeah.
We'll be eating that.
I do like James Mangold as the director here. I think he had a good vision, and I want to say like the fights and this, like he was talking about the bullet train scene, like that was really good. And I think the CG is it's far better than the Origins.
Yeah, definitely. The effects in this are definitely a lot better.
I mean, Silver Samurai, like that he was big and like they had to make him, you know, you could tell like there was CG, but I think it looked fine.
For what it is, I think it looks pretty decent.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, this movie's good. I think it's kind of forgotten, and yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much all I gotta say. I did see this in the theater too. So
What you think of Yukio?
Yukio,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought she was fine. She was good. But I mean, the thing is, like Hugh Jackman, like he carried this movie. There's no question.
He did.
I will say, like Hugh Jackman has been playing the character for how many years?
Long time.
24 years.
Even though there are some bad movies, I still think he knows this. Replacing him would be a disservice. What the fuck?
Thomas, what's going on with you?
Eagles scored a touchdown. Sorry.
Okay, that's why.
And it was also a guy in my fantasy league, so that's why I'm going crazy.
I thought your arm was numb. You were going like you're like trying to get your arm like. I do that a lot.
I thought you were trying to swat a fly or something.
Yeah, that's the second time you're doing
Either that or you're masturbating with that huge lung of yours. Anyway.
But I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Rob. Go ahead.
No, that's all I gotta say. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Threw him off.
Threw him off.
Let's go, baby!
Okay.
Do it, motherfucker! Let's go!
Do it, baby! Do it!
All right. So while Thomas is having a
organism,
Kenny, what is
I didn't know I was a biological unit.
Organism. Kenny, what's your thoughts on the Wolverine?
Like as Rob was saying, I like the Japan setting. I like what was Yukio, the redhead one?
Yes.
The one with the long red head.
Yes.
I liked the other one who was sort of the love interest. I thought she was.
Yeah.
I thought she was great in this as someone who you could possibly really get to know, which he never really got to before. And
Logan seems to have bad luck with women in these movies.
I really like I guess it's a flashback scene that's sometimes cut in here and there when he's saving the old, I forget his name, that older
the old man.
Yeah, he's saving him, and they go into this some kind of a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, shelter, and then Wolverine, his body is all charred up.
Of course, that's where Thomas goes with it.
But his body is all charred up.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's all burned up.
Right.
It's kind of just shows you how, like, even though he regenerates, he's still in extreme pain.
Yes, he can, and especially because it didn't really explain it, but that was on him for a while.
Dude, he's shredded. Look at that. He's shredded in this movie.
You saw like how that
years in here too.
The fire of the bomb did take him a little bit longer to regenerate than normally.
Yes, and then he gives that man a sword.
Yeah.
And I like the fight scene at night with Wolverine and that I forget his name. What's his name? When he stabs him through, I guess, the chest, and then he says, "What are you?" And he says, Wolverine, and he stabs him right after. That was a great fight, also.
Damn,
where they're both fighting. One guy's fighting with a sword, and then Wolverine is fighting with his claws.
Yes, that whole fight scene at the
Yeah, at night.
What do you call it? Not
Where
like the people when people train.
Yes, yeah.
Training room, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Miyagi's dojo.
I
Dojo, yeah.
liked what's her name, who is Viper, even
Yeah.
though it's. I think she was. I think if she kissed someone they would also get some kind of a
Poison,
sickness or die.
Yeah, poison.
Yeah.
Either that or they'll get some
Right.
good nookie.
They'll
They'll get something. You'll get something out of it.
Death.
And then
Mm-hmm.
I think it was also in this where he sees some. I forget who the man's name, and then he I forget his name. They're in this hotel, and then he pushes him out a window, and then he split.
Yes,
then he
yes,
says,
yes.
How'd you know? How'd you know there's a pool down there? I didn't.
I didn't. Yeah. Wasn't that actor? Oh no, I'm thinking something else. But like, yeah, that guy he threw out of the window. Like that guy was supposed to marry, Miracle.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Yeah, like an arranged marriage. Yeah, but he wanted her dead. Like he hired people to kill her for the business, like for the family business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then we were talking about how Rob was getting confused where he thought his claws were broke. I know when that old man was in that suit, he had those some kind of things.
It was like a drill. It was like a drill, wasn't it?
Drill and taking the adamantium out of him.
Yeah.
And you saw that it was
his aging.
It was making him look really frail.
Yeah. He was taking his regenerative power as well.
As well. Okay, so that was why.
So the old man can keep living forever and Logan to die.
And then and Wolverine thought he saved him for a good thing. But
because even if Wolverine tries to kill himself, he can't.
Well, in the show,
yes.
in the cartoon, wasn't Silver Samurai's wasn't his armor made of adamantium?
That's what I thought too.
I think so. Yes,
I thought it was in the show.
Yeah,
it wasn't here too because like there's a part where he's.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They took. I think that's one of his. I thought that was one of his powers, or not his powers, but he made that out of that.
Oh,
yeah.
That's why Wolverine had a hard time against him.
I love the scene. I can't remember if it's the beginning where Wolverine he's in the forest and then that bear appears, and then these guys I think they
Cocaine bear?
They kill the bear by shooting arrows at
it. Cocaine bear.
No, sorry. It was CG. It was a CG bear.
Did I say that?
No. I said that. I was just making a joke.
No, Alex is making a joke.
He has to kill the bear because it's
right. He had unfortunately,
those hunters,
and he didn't want to. Then it goes to the bar and goes out, gets those guys who did it.
Yeah.
Then that's when he sees what was her name? Yukio.
Yeah.
That's the first time they meet, I think.
Yes, that's the first time they meet.
Because see, also in the show, he went to Japan, and then you meet Lady Deathstrike, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, right. Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, she's not into this because she died.
Yeah, I know. That sucks. I was always a big fan of hers, like because she was kind of like Wolverine, but she had like obviously her claws were longer. She had the fingernails or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I really like
Killer who?
Yeah, and oh my god, yeah.
Who?
It's not really anime, but I really like the whole that angle they try to go with, where with him using a sword, which I know he uses his claws, but I don't recall if he ever used a sword. I don't think he did
until the ending of the movie.
Look at him.
Until the end of the movie,
he did.
Yeah, he got that sword. Like he used both hands.
Yes,
it's like heated up or whatever, so he could actually fight the Silver Samurai.
Okay, yes, and the scene here, yeah, I know what
Like
you
he had to
mean.
use
I
other
remember.
means. He had to use other means necessary to fight. It's kind of like Iron Man 3, where like Iron Man had to use different ways to like do stuff
It's
because his suit was,
it's funny you say that because they came out the same year.
exactly.
And I
Right,
remember
but completely different things. I liked, and then it's never really seen, but I like this image where he is kind of kneeling with the
Yeah.
sword in front of him.
that might have been the deleted scene.
And what else?
Or just the marketing thing, yeah.
I like the effects and the music were great in this. I remember
Oh,
I saw
that's right. You're right, Kenny. The music is
What
fantastic in this.
it was
It's like Thomas comes out of nowhere. Yeah, you're right.
I almost forgot to mention that.
You said you've seen the
Rob said it.
Yeah, I
Rob
mentioned
said it. Marco Beltrami.
Yeah.
Mm.
The you've seen the R-rated version of it, right? The extended version.
I did, yeah.
I haven't yet. No.
Yeah, because it's pretty bloody.
Do
Well,
they?
oh yeah,
Mm.
I think that's
Is it
Yeah, you
available on physical media?
Yeah, it's on Blu-ray.
yeah, it is.
That's the
have
Unleashed one.
Oh,
Isn't that the Unleashed one that you're
Yes,
talking
yes,
about?
yes.
oh, that's
I have it.
Unleashed. Okay.
Okay.
Like it's like you get an extended fight scene with the Yakuza ninjas in the snow.
Yeah, this,
Uh-huh.
this is a
That was the other scene that I really liked when he gets those things.
That's like 5 more minutes.
What is it like? Harpoons that all shot at
Yeah,
him, trying
Mhm.
to what's the word? Immobilize him or something.
poke him.
So,
Hold him down. Yeah.
Yeah. to
But
subdue
James
him.
Mangold, yeah, I thought he was great at doing as the director for this.
He looks
Now,
more
I want
than
I want your guys' opinion on James Mangold's like other films, like real fast. Like, what did you guys think of Identity? And
I like Identity a lot.
have you seen that, Alex?
Copland
I think
might
so.
be my favorite. Copland might be my favorite
See,
from him.
like I like 310 of Yuma and Walk the Line.
I mean, Walk the Line I liked, but I don't know. Copland, it's hard to beat that. I think Copland.
I think his three best ones are Copland's my favorite. Then I go Identity 2, and then 3. I almost want to say Walk the Line's probably 3. Although I do think he did a good job with Logan and the Wolverine, but I like outside of his X-Men films, I think those are my 3 favorites.
I'd say third. I'd say 1 would be Copland, 2 would be Identity, and 3 would be Logan because I like Logan a lot.
And 310 to Yuma, you can't go wrong with either.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That might be my number one from him too, though.
What's that? 310
And
to
the
Yuma.
Copland, 310 to Yuma, and then Copland too, because I like Copland also.
Yeah, Ben Foster's
And,
Ben Foster's really
no.
good in 310 to Yuma.
And
And is it whatchamacallit also in 310 to Yuma as well from the Hills of Eyes remake, Vanessa Shaw?
I think so.
Have you seen Alpha
so.
Dog?
yes,
Alpha Dog's
yeah,
great.
Have you seen Ben
That's-
Foster's a crazy person in that movie?
right. Didn't
He's really
What
good
is
at
it?
that playing crazy person.
I know,
he
but
was
he's
saying?
so crazy in that movie.
Wasn't there something that James Mangold had directed in 1999? And all our talking,
You
I
said
know
like
there was something.
the Angelina Jolie movie.
Oh, Girl Interrupted. Yeah.
Girl Interrupted, yeah.
And he has a new and he's also doing the Bob Dylan movie, A Complete Unknown.
Is he? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
yes.
And the guy that's playing Bob Dylan, how do you say this guy's name? Timothée Chalamet or something like that?
Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet. Yeah, he's playing Bob Dylan.
He's been.
Well, the thing is, like,
to be-
when I say Timothée, because it's French sounding, so like, that's,
Timothée, what the
what's funny.
I heard him say it that way.
What's funny I say that because back on the Sixers a few years ago, we had a French player who had the same exact spelling as Timothy Chalamet, and they pronounced it Timothée.
That's what I was
Well,
thinking.
then
Like,
there's that actor Timothy Dalton.
I was thinking like,
when he said that, it acts like Timo
see, like when he said it like that pronunciation sounds familiar, like the basketball player.
Oh, so you did know who I was talking.
I heard that name, like the pronunciation of the name, like Timo.
I think he played. I believe he played for Golden State at some point in his career.
Right, yeah.
I think
that's a name I've heard before.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of familiar.
Well, I mean, and over in Philly, they are announced.
He's not an actor.
Our guys in Philly just called him Timmy for sure.
That's gonna be a recurring joke now.
Oh, I almost forgot. I almost forgot another scene that I really liked. The fight scene. I think it was at the funeral with those.
The whole fight scene.
When he. Oh yeah.
I think that was when he first started realizing that he was
depowered.
His regenerative powers were not really working as good as he used to.
Because he's been infected.
Yep.
Right. That whole scene I really, really liked. And and then the moment where he takes that thing out from his, I think it was on his rib. He cuts open. Oh, his heart. He cuts open a part up here, and then he takes that whatever that thing is out.
Because
that was
Yukio tells him
that was kind of bloody.
Yeah, because Yukio was telling him that she can predict people's deaths, and she predicted his.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He's
but luckily dying. That didn't happen.
Well, like she says, like you're bleeding everywhere. You're holding your heart in your hand.
Right.
We're thinking like, oh, she's talking about what he has to go through in this movie, but like
you're holding your fart in your hand.
You know what you actually call that, Rob? Actually, when you hold a fart in your hand.
What's that?
You ever hear the terminology? What that's called?
What?
That's what me and my mom call that a cup of cheese.
Of course, Thomas.
Oh yeah, cup of cheese. Yeah. Or what about like Dennis the Menace, where you farting out fire and then the boof blows up.
Yeah,
goes up.
Or you fart in like a can and you put the lid on, and then you take the lid off to somebody else and have them smell it, and if they pass out,
like in Jack with
probably.
When they did that in that movie, I'm like, dude, that brings back memories. We used to do that. Yeah.
It's a weird thing is though in a lot of the posters it shows the city being coming down in the back, but I don't think it ever does that, except for a beginning scene. But that wasn't Japan,
right?
No, see, like back here, and it's all crumbling down.
Oh,
I don't recall it.
No, that doesn't.
I don't recall that. I don't think it does that.
It's not that kind of
like here. Does.
That's not that kind of.
So Roland Emmerich did it. Yeah. The Roland Emmerich film.
That's a good one.
But the whole setting of Japan was great. I love seeing all the buildings in it. I think I liked a lot compared to America and Japan. I think I liked the architecture of Japan more than America. A lot of the time, I really like seeing that.
Yeah, the whole Japan setting is just really, I don't know, it's just interesting.
Well, you see the big city look or the villages.
Yeah,
either one. Yeah.
It's nice seeing him somewhere different, than we're used to seeing him.
I agree. It was what you know what I find really cool is like any film that takes place in Japan is always so freaking cool. This film. Karate Kid Part 2, Last Samurai, like any film that takes place in Japan is like a classic masterpiece.
Have any of you seen? I know Thomas, you have, but have any of you seen Last Samurai? Kenny or Alex?
Yeah, I've seen
I
it.
think I have. Yeah,
That movie is
it's very fleeting. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
it's kind of a long movie, but man, is it good! It's just so.
I will say that I will say this. I think it is Tom Cruise's most underrated performance, most underrated film.
Yeah, it's sad too. I mean,
when you mentioned movies that take place in Japan, like you forgot to mention Tokyo Drift.
oh my god!
I actually don't mind Tokyo Drift. I actually don't.
Good.
I always enjoyed that one too.
I think if you want to say underrated Fast and Furious movies, I'd say Tokyo Drift is underrated.
I think Tokyo Drift is entertaining as hell.
Yeah,
this one many people put down to Minority Report.
That's pretty good too.
I know. I've heard a lot of people like that. I mean, I liked it.
I know that, but remember there was this guy.
Going back to
Matthew.
Oh
yeah, he hated Minority Report.
yeah.
He also hated Last Samurai. My dad loves Last Samurai. I think that's his favorite Tom Cruise movie. Last Samurai.
One that's underrated with Tom Cruise is Oblivion. Not a lot of people
Oblivion,
talk about that one. Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow's great.
Yeah.
Mm. But we're getting away from this.
Tom Cruise. I Blood Shot is pretty underrated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we're getting out the kinks, everybody. It's like it's been a long time coming.
You mean you're getting out the kinks?
Well, what can I fucking say?
Speak for yourself. Kinks.
You say oranges and kings
and jizz. Okay.
and jizz.
Kenny.
I was getting kinky with my Eagles team over here, but
yeah, obviously.
And
Kenny. Final thoughts on that.
Sometimes I don't know if I think it was shown in the film that I like the mountain scenes when he's out in the open.
Yeah, like when
it shows the snowy mountains.
Visually, this movie is pretty breathtaking in some scenes.
Yes.
Well, that just goes to show you James Mangold's talent as a director. It's very slickly shot.
Yeah.
Imagine if he had directed X-Men Origins Wolverine.
It would have been a better movie.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that covers everything that I thought I can think of.
Okay.
Go ahead, Alex.
This movie's. No, just kidding. No. I like this movie. No, I do like this movie. It is kind of underrated. Like, Thomas, you said that like people don't talk about this movie that much, and because like it's always the thing with a franchise films. Like people only talk about the best ones and the worst ones, but when it's in the middle, they don't talk about it too much.
No,
like people don't really have strong opinions about this movie, and that's why they don't talk about it that much. But it's pretty good. I love the Japan setting. I think it was time to put Wolverine somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he's away from the whole, the X-Men team and all that. He's doing his own thing. Whereas I felt like Origin, I can't fucking say it anymore.
I keep talking. I gotta drain the main vein.
Okay, but like
oh my god, Thomas, you're turning me on.
Oh yeah, like main vein.
Compare this to X-Men Origin. Say it slowly.
Origin, X-Men Origin.
You know what?
The first Wolverine movie. The first one.
Just from now on, just call it Oranges.
The first Wolverine movie. Okay, that movie tries too much to be an X-Men movie. Having all these mutants in there from the past movies and reintroducing.
Boost Ingle.
Boost Ingle 23. Welcome. Hey, what's going?
Oh,
any of you know that name?
No.
No, that's a first timer for us. What's going on, Boost Angle 23?
Yeah, we're just talking about the Wolverine movies. Yeah, compared to like the first one, like this one, it definitely feels way more like an actual focused Wolverine story.
It does.
Yeah. It doesn't try to shoehorn all these mutant
characters. I wholeheartedly agree with you on that.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, it actually did it right.
It did.
Yeah, you guys mentioned the way Japan looks in the film. Beautiful. It's always raining at night in Japan. It rains in movies. Which whatever.
Not all.
And it makes
like
it
it
visually.
didn't.
Makes it visually appealing.
I didn't remember it raining all the time in this one.
No, but like you always have to have it raining.
You're right.
Yeah. Let's see. Like not doing too bad.
Oh,
Well,
well,
cool,
Rob
cool.
was here.
He's subscribed to Rob's channel.
Oh, awesome.
Which makes
We're
sense.
waiting to.
Hey,
Rob
I'll tell you
will
what,
know who he
hey,
is.
Boost Angle, come feel free to subscribe to us too. We're always looking for some new supporters out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it? Yeah, Wolverine. I like the story. Like he has to, help out with what's going on with the Yakuza trying to kill Mariko, trying, shady people in in her family, her father, obviously, and him meeting up with the old man that he saved back in World War II. Like all that stuff is good.
That was it.
Yeah, who mentioned the Viper character? She's like the actress is fine, but it feels like her character doesn't quite match up with the tone of the movie. I'm not saying it's not campy like that, but like it doesn't fit 100% with the rest of the tone of how the characters are all played out.
I went pee.
Okay, good.
It's like her character would have fit into even Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, probably. Yep. But then again, that movie has too many characters as it is. This one, it's more contained.
Right.
It definitely feels more standalone, which I'm never opposed to. And the action scenes and the CG are a bigger improvement.
Hey, Boost. What's up, Boost?
He says he's a subscriber for your channel.
No, that's Dale and Super's. That's who he usually does videos with.
Cool.
Is that Dale's friend or is that like?
Yeah, and Super, Super Jammin' Bro.
Oh, Super Jammin' Bro. Yeah. Do they still do the things together?
Dale does free talks sometimes, but they do Super Jammin'. He does like live streams on his games and stuff.
Gotcha.
Cool. So,
I like the friendship between Wolverine and Yukio. Like that dynamic together, like I really like that. Like that was one of my favorite parts of the movie, other than some of the action. And I finally got to see.
They don't really get along at first.
No, like he's trying to do his own thing. She has her own thing going. Like she always describes herself as his bodyguard. Like, but it doesn't need a bodyguard. He's Wolverine, but he does though throughout a lot of the movie because how he's been poison infected and it's devoured him. And I like that. Like a lot of people had issues with that. Like not me because like here's the thing. Like after a while, after many movies, like Wolverine being just like unbeatable can get a little repetitive. But and this one, like, okay, we're finally seeing him struggle more than he usually does. Yeah, like, I thought that was well done.
Yeah.
And the operation scene was pretty bloody for a PG-13 movie. Even like the actual theatrical cut of that scene is pretty bloody. Like they go as far as they possibly can to keep the PG-13 rating. But I've seen the extended version, the R-rated version. Like it's still good.
Yeah, Boost, you're not alone. This movie, we were talking about how it's kind of forgotten, and that no one really talks about it too much. But
I kind of consider it the Batman Begins of this 3 films.
Right.
It's kind of backwards for the other X-Men.
I don't even understand that comparison, Thomas. This is not Wolverine Begins.
I was thinking it's kind of backwards, like with the other 3 X-Men films, where most people don't really talk about the first. They love talking about 2.
Yeah.
X-Men 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then they talk about X-Men 3, how they don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And then X-Men 1 just gets left out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This is almost that same way.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, I prefer X-Men 1, but yeah, but someone like James Mangold, you guys are keep. I had no idea he made that many movies, or I forgot
Right.
because every time people mention his name, I just think of his current stuff, like he's done in the last 10 years. Like I never even I forgot he did Walk the Line. I was like, oh yeah.
I almost forgot that
I
myself.
also forgot that he did Lieutenant Yuma. Like that was a good one too. But yeah, this one I didn't mind. I didn't mind the Silver Samurai gigantic robot
That thing, yeah.
Transformer.
Yeah, I mean this was around the time like a lot of people were doing this like Transformer esque.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, Shredder.
Thing, yeah.
Fucking Shredder.
I didn't. Yeah, but they didn't bother me though in that movie, and it didn't bother me here. So
it didn't bother me here either.
Okay.
It was
it didn't bother me here.
It was quite believable, I think.
Yeah, I like the fight scene. I don't know if you guys thought about this during the fight scene where Viper takes her skin and hair out.
Okay.
I remember that at the time, either two things popped in my head: Splice and
Splice
and Sinead O'Connor.
Well, Boost,
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Fast and the Furious, I mean, once Fast 5 came out, that's when they started talking about how Fast 5 was the greatest, and then 6, and then 7. After 7, I'd say
Fast 5 is
it went overboard.
No, after 7, it kind of like people stopped really caring. I think.
Yeah.
Paul Walker was gone, and then it just kind of.
And then
then they started going like way too overboard and way too over the top, silly with it.
I remember the first Fast Furious movie. I remember, that movie made me want to tune my car.
Yeah, a lot of people felt that way.
Yeah, the first 3. Yeah, no, I agree though. Like the first 3, everyone were.
All of a sudden, everybody at school were gearheads.
I know. Crazy.
Many do not talk about Fast and Furious 2009.
No, not really. And it's weird because that was the reunion movie.
Man, yes.
That was sort of the legacy sequel.
Are you talking about the fourth movie?
Yeah, Fast.
Fourth.
Yeah, that one was really weak.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of but anyway, back to Wolverine. We keep sidetracking.
There's a lot of comparing.
Yeah, we keep seeing.
Yeah, we're trying to catch up on.
We're talking about Tom Cruise and Fast and Furious.
Talking about jizz and
and
we're having an orgasm over the Eagles winning the game.
You mean speak for yourself, kid? You're having the orgasm for the Eagles.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're talking about oranges.
Oranges.
Yeah, I cannot say that word anymore. Thanks so much.
X-Men.
It's stuck in the brain now. It's burned in me. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They will probably be saying that for the rest of our life.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my goodness.
Did you guys like the Jean Grey dream sequences?
Yeah. I mean,
yes, I thought those are utilized very well.
Yeah, it's funny because they have such great chemistry, Hugh Jackman and Famke Jensen, that I felt the love story between Wolverine and Miracle was kind of weak by comparison.
You're right.
Because you're so used to Wolverine, and Jean Grey always, bonding.
Mm-hmm.
They just need to do it and get it over with.
What?
Yeah.
They just needed to. Cyclops.
Do what?
Cyclops can watch.
No, but he was dead at this point.
Oh, right.
Well, he's watching from heaven.
Well, so was Jean Grey was dead too. But no, that's a good continuation from X-Men 3. How he still has PTSD for killing her.
Yeah,
but he had to.
And that
she was crazy.
And that's
he had to put her down.
Yeah, right.
that was the thing with X-Men Origins Wolverine. That I don't think it was continuing from anything.
That's why it kind of stands on its own.
It was prequel, but like it didn't. It wasn't even mentioned up to.
Yeah, it didn't link with anything. Whereas this one, it did.
Yeah. Oh, because it's just a follow up to part 3, so it's not a prequel anymore. You're seeing
Yes.
Logan's story continue instead of like going back to his past. Which we had enough of that in X-Men 2. Like, okay, you didn't have to make a prequel.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was a mistake. So this is making the wrong from the. I'm sorry, making rights from the wrong. But yeah, overall, yeah, it was a good movie. I still enjoy it. I definitely enjoy it more than I did the first time I saw it. It had the opposite of the first one. I'm not calling it the title anymore. Or that first one, I didn't mind the first time I saw it, and then after multiple viewings, I don't like it. This one, I thought it was okay first time I saw it. Now I like it more.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
we agree on that.
I like the Wolverine, but the more I see it, I like it more and more.
Yeah.
So, would you like me to pull up some stats?
I thought you said you were going to pull out your. Okay.
I already did that when the Eagles won the game.
We didn't see it.
Well,
Darn it!
I did it in my head. I dreamt it. So bro, I'll give you some stats on the Wolverine. So, the film cost in between $100 and $132 million, and worldwide it made $414.8 million.
Oh, we lost Alex.
Where'd
Alex go? Alex,
but it was a big improvement over
where'd Alex go?
Origins.
Did he disconnected? And then there were 3.
Oh no!
What the hell?
I hope the same thing didn't happen to him, like what happened to Rob 2 or 3 times before.
Yeah, that always used to happen to me.
Yeah,
Alex just said fuck.
as in like oh fuck.
Yeah. Oh, he said his power. No, he said his power went out.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Well, you know what though, we can always banter a little bit and wait until he comes back on.
Here, I'll just say we will stay.
Oh, but
on until you.
It says the back of this. It says a must-see superhero movie. Would you two really? I think that I would.
I would say for the I would say for the unrated version, I would say it is the must-see superhero movie. Yeah, definitely.
I didn't get around to seeing that. I haven't gotten that. But I want to.
So while we're waiting for Alex to, I'll pull.
I'm waiting to watch the Steelers play.
Steelers play.
I have it saved on Peacock.
I have it. I like the Peacock.
What is it you like saying?
Do you like the cock, or do you like Peacock? Peacock has free horror movies.
Oh, I was about to say while we're waiting for Alex to get back on, I'll read more.
He said his power came back on. He's waiting a few minutes for the Wi-Fi.
Okay, so while we're waiting for him, I wanted to let you guys know real quick before we get back to our scheduled program here that
yeah.
So this will be a little advertisement, maybe a 30-second advert. So we'll be right back after these messages. So. Recently, I went to the very first RetroCon in Oaks, Pennsylvania, which is less than 20 minutes from my house, and I got to meet 3 people, and I got to pick up a couple goodies from there. This is probably maybe a few weeks ago. So I was able to get 3 people. I'll show you who I got real quick. I got Lance Guest on my Halloween 2 Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm. That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And And I got
Who's
I got 2 people to sign
who's in
my
this?
Nighthawk. The Last Starfighter. And I got 2
The
people to
Last
sign my
Starfighter.
Nighthawks Blu-ray. I got them to sign on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine Mary Stewart and Lindsay Wagner. Because I feel like they're the only 2 I'll be getting from the movie. Because I highly doubt I'm going to get Stallone. I'm not going to get Billy D. Williams. Rucker Hauer's passed away.
Boost,
So-
you're gonna
How
have
do you-
Boost. You're gonna have to tell Super to watch horror movies. He stopped being a scaredy cat.
Oh, and then for those are the
Stop being
people
a
that I,
scaredy cat.
so those are the people that I got, and I picked up 2 things from the vendors. You know, I found that was really cool. That I think I found this for 10. I found this for $10, and this I looked up this thing on eBay and Amazon. It's unavailable. You can't even get it on Amazon. So that goes to show you right there how rare this is. And also, eBay sells this for $200 and some.
Fuck my life. Oh yeah, the TV cut, right?
Yeah, the Halloween TV cut.
I used to have that, and I don't have it anymore because it got damaged.
So I found that, and then
it's only in that format.
I think it's also on the re-release 4K Screen Factory version. I think too.
Oh, is it really?
I think the TV cut's included in that.
Is that the single? That's the single release, right?
Single release 4K. Yeah.
Oh shoot!
It's 4K. I thought that was DVD.
I'm just saying, like the 4K version of the original Halloween includes the TV cut.
Yes.
It is DVD. I see it. I see it at the bottom.
Yeah. Tell Super he needs to start watching horror movies.
And then
I will deliver the message.
And then you thought that was a cool pickup. Guess what I picked up for $1? They had a really cool vendor where they were selling really old older VHS tapes and all that stuff. And I saw like some really cool ones there. They had Rambo First Blood Part 2. They had I want to say they had Apollo 13 was another one they had. But this was the only one they had, and I'm like, you know what? I don't have a VCR, but I don't care. I adore this film so much to death. This was only $1. They gave this to me for $1. You want to see what it is?
Mm-hmm. Oh, really? That's the original VHS that came out.
Yep, the original VHS of Judgment Night from this is Good Times Home Video, 1996.
Wow.
Yeah, this says
3 years.
I'll bet that's worth something.
Wow, 3 years after the original release.
I'll bet that's worth something because you can't get that anywhere else. You can't get that.
Yeah, this is a Good Times release.
You said you didn't have a VCR.
I have to say I don't care though. I love the film so much. Now I have it on Blu-ray. I have it signed on DVD, and I have the poster of it, and I have it on Blu-ray.
Dude, I don't have a VCR either, but I got tons of VHS tapes still.
I have a couple of VHS tapes as well. I have VHSs of like I have the original VHS of Batman '89. I'm
gonna show my Disney. I have original Disney clamshell VHSs that are worth. I mean, I've looked some of them up. Some of them are worth like $200, like for just the one, like for a single release. And I got tons of Disney stuff. I just gotta like look through them. But
is he still waiting for his Wi-Fi to get on?
See, he just said he was waiting for his Wi-Fi. Should be fine.
And then that was funny when you said he messaged you. The first word he put was "fuck."
I'm actually going to look up that Judgment Night VHS, and I'm going to see what it goes for. I'm going to see what it goes for brand new.
But I was just saying that even though I know you said you don't have a VCR, but you would certainly watch that if you did.
If I definitely had a VCR, I definitely would see what it looks like in VHS quality.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, look at some of these prices that it goes for. It goes for $30, $15, $20.
That's my brand new.
He said he's coming back on.
No.
What the hell?
Okay, sorry.
Oh my God, what happened?
What was that?
I disappeared. You disappeared. Everyone disappeared.
Yeah. Dude, So I was just talking about the movie, and all of a sudden, boom, the freaking lights went out.
The whole apartment building.
Yeah, and then like,
What the hell?
you guys disappeared, and I was like, fuck, and then like I couldn't even, the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
Rob was-
The first thing you wrote me, you said "fuck."
Yeah.
But
Well, so what was I saying before the power went out?
I don't even know.
The stats on
yes,
and
you
I was
were going at it.
yeah, we're
The
wrapping
stats.
up the Wolverine.
I think you were at the budget of what it grossed.
Yeah, so the budget was between 100 and 132 million, and worldwide total it made 414.8 million dollars.
Yes, it was at that when you said that when Alex suddenly went away.
And then IMDb gives it a 6.7, which I think is pretty low.
Yeah, that's so much higher than
They get 6.7. I think that's a little low.
Yeah,
Yes.
Boost, that guy who played Hector in Fast and Furious, I only saw him in one other movie, and that was Bruce Almighty. He was the one that got the monkey shoved up his ass.
No, not shoved up his ass. Oh yeah, well, it came out of his ass first.
Or you're right. It came out of his ass.
Well, it did jump
I know
back.
what you mean.
It did jump back up
It did
into his
jump back,
ass.
yeah. But that's the guy. I don't remember his name, but $200 for an authentic. I mean, that's kind of. He's not even really a big time person. Like
that monkey was Spike from Ace Ventura.
That's right.
But 6.7, yeah, it should be maybe 7.3.
The Rotten Tomatoes score for the critics is 71%, and audience score is 69%.
69.
69,
Okay.
dudes.
Okay, quite a bit better than Origins Wolverine.
I still think that's pretty low for the Wolverine. I think it's a lot better than that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean the Rotten Tomato ratings.
That's what I mean. But I think they're pretty low for my liking, though.
Yeah, it could have been maybe 75.
Maybe even like a 78 would be more to my liking than maybe closer to that 80 mark.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why the power went out because it was raining earlier. It stopped raining a while ago.
Well, I mean that could always mess up electrical units every so often. That even after it rains.
I mean, it was out for like a minute. It usually goes out for like 10 seconds.
Oh, you think that was bad? You should have saw what happened to us the one time when we had a power outage. Like
so when that tree fell, that big log fell in the street.
Log.
It was like a giant tree. Yeah. Same thing
we
happened
had
to Rob. Like there's a tree.
Our whole block had a power out, a blackout, and our fridge broke.
We had three tornadoes we had 3 tornadoes in our town that wrecked the whole town almost.
Yeah, I remember you told me about that.
I know.
The same week, it was the same exact week the movie Twisters came out. But they're like, wow,
I know.
they're really going out of the way to market that movie like real tornadoes.
Luckily, our power didn't go out and we were fine, but yeah, the rest of the
thank God you guys were okay.
Yeah.
Tornadoes ain't nothing to mess
nothing
around
happened
with.
Here.
Yeah.
Tornadoes ain't nothing to mess around with.
Nothing happened here.
Yeah, tornadoes are no joke. Tornadoes are no joke.
Yeah, he was in Fast 7. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he had a little cameo.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he got punched, didn't he?
Yeah, we got punched by Letty.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was when he was in Bruce Almighty. That was one of his first acting roles because I think he was in jail for something before that.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
And he cleaned up his life after that.
He was also on Training Day,
but he always wears. It always seems like he wears the same outfit, or he plays the same person.
Yeah, he's always Hector.
But I know he was in jail for something and then he finally cleaned up his life. He was in
gangs when he was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was also in he had like small roles in SWAT, Old School. Oh, he was in Malibu's Most Wanted as Stumpy.
Yeah, he was. He was also in The Animal.
Oh yeah.
Recoil.
One
God.
little thing. Yeah.
He was also in. Yeah, and he was in this horror film I love called. Oh, is it the same one I'm thinking of? Oh no, it's not the horror film. It was
He was
like
also in Dark Knight Rises.
who was he in that? Who was he in that?
He was one of the prisoners that escaped in the Black Gate.
Oh, that's him.
You
Okay.
see him push the one guy, the assistant guy,
Yeah.
into the ice when he gets when they get.
Thomas is gonna like this. You know what movie I watched last night?
Showgirls.
Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo.
Right.
I thought you were gonna see.
you.
I thought you were gonna see Willy's Wonderland. But
No.
Cakes and pies.
What a film that I like that is very similar was Five Nights at Freddy's, but I know that you, Thomas and Alex, really didn't like that one.
See,
Not
sometimes
really.
my fingers swell up and I can't cleanly hit the numbers.
They should really make phones for 4-fingered women.
Yeah, Kenny, I thought Willy's Wonderland was a lot better than Five Nights at Freddy's.
I'm upstairs.
Yes, I heard that too.
Well, I liked what they did with Matthew Lillard in Five Nights at Freddy's.
See, it's the thing like since Rob he played the game, so it was more for people who. Either
No,
play the game-
I agree with you. I think Willy's Wonderland is better,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I did like Five Nights. I thought it was good.
One that got a lot of hate was The Exorcist Believer. I'm like, good God.
That was Thomas got a lot of hate. No,
I was
Thomas
like,
the one that hated
good
that one.
Freaking God. That one I didn't mind.
1992. Oh, I saw the trailer for that.
But anyway, okay. Back to we're doing.
Yeah, what were we talking about? Oh, that's right.
We're done with
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Oh, you were
done
still
with
going
the
over
Wolverine.
stats.
Oh
You
yeah,
were
we
going
already
over
did the
stats
stats.
still.
All right, we're done then.
Okay.
Yeah, we did the
All right.
stats.
All right.
So. All right. So
Now,
yeah.
for this one, we might all have the same release.
I have the 4K, which
4
includes.
years later.
Well, mine isn't the 4K, but it has the same cover.
Does yours?
I had
Hey, does yours include the noir? This is.
Yes.
I
This
have
is
the Blu-ray.
I
What
have the
This is
same
noir
one. I have the same one Kenny has.
The black and white. The black and
This
white's
is the
pretty cool.
noir one. Yes, that is. I really like that. I think I saw it in that iTunes extras feed thing. That was how I saw it.
Okay, so we said at the beginning of the show that Rob is going to start with Logan because he named his son.
Look at Bruce. He says, I prefer Five Nights at Freddy's over Willy's Wonderland.
Well, he plays video games. I'm sure he's more familiar with.
Yeah,
I've played all the Five Night games and I like them, but Willy, I think Nicolas Cage is what. I don't know the casting choices. I think
See, it's just I felt the tone was better, and
the tone was yeah. I thought.
Yeah.
But I still like what they did with Matthew Lillard, though. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest.
There you go. He
This
reprised his
movie
role
I've
as
not
Stu.
seen.
Yeah, right.
There you go. He came back.
I almost felt like it was in a way.
Yeah.
I think he says this movie I've not seen. I guess he means this one.
Logan, yeah, it's probably me, Logan.
So,
Oh boy.
so
yeah,
Rob, father of Logan, Rob. Go ahead.
So Logan, directed again by James Mangold. I don't know. I really think this movie is just epic. I know a lot of people had a problem with this movie because of the fact how they treated Wolverine. They're like, "Oh, why is he dying? Why is he so sick and he shouldn't go out like that?" But in my opinion, I feel like even though he was sick and was dying from animanium poisoning, I feel like he had a really cool I want to say like ending to him. Like I feel like he really shined.
He absolutely did.
People call this a depressing film, and it is in a lot of ways. It is depressing.
It is.
It's not a positive film to watch.
But I feel like that adds to the tone to where you're really feeling for Wolverine, this character who you've grown up with and watched through all these movies. Now you see him kind of playing the old man Wolverine, which is also in comics and in the stories where he's older and he doesn't. It almost makes you wonder. It's like a guy who can heal so quick and who's basically immortal in a lot of ways. Like, what would happen if he was older and he, maybe his powers start to diminish a little bit, and it just makes you, I don't know. I just feel like it makes it more balanced. It makes it more realistic in a way. I liked Patrick Stewart in this movie. I thought he was, I felt sorry for him, but what's her name? What's her name that played Laura? I was, my mouth was always hitting the floor when she was doing like all the killing and stuff like that. When she was X-23, when she was doing all that stuff, I'm like, wow. I'm like, I cannot believe she did all that. It's crazy.
Daphne Keane.
Daphne Keane, yeah. Let me just say this. Here's the thing that I think shines for this movie is the fight sequences are epic. There's gore and there's blood, which I've always wanted to see in a Wolverine movie because I feel like that's where it belongs when it comes to him. And we are introduced to some younger X-Men, or I should maybe say X-Force. They're or X Factor. There's there's like the little boy Richter, and there's like these little kids who have powers that do become X-Men later on. I thought that was kind of a cool thing, but visually, I think this movie's pretty. It's got that like Mad Max feel, but then at the same time, it switches it up, and you're in the forest, so it kind of has.
Yeah, it feels like a post-apocalyptic movie, but it's not.
Right. Yeah.
So that adds, it just feels that way.
That adds actually to the depressing tone. I mean, right here, like even on the cover, when he's like walking and there's the sunrise or whatever, and he's, it just kind of seems like apocalyptic setting. It just there's nothing around. One of my favorite scenes is when he's at the farm. I like the farm. The whole farm sequence is amazing, I think.
Yeah.
When they create the other younger version. So Hugh Jackman actually played two versions of himself in this movie.
Yeah.
And when they made him look younger, I'm like, well, that looks really good. Like he looks really good in that. I don't know. Like I think this movie is really good. I don't know. I just think the direction they went, it was something different, something fresh. The R-rated, I think it all worked for that. Is it the best movie? No, but I don't know. I think they took a chance, and I think the majority of people like it. But there are people out there that really bash this movie, saying, "How could you do that to Wolverine? He shouldn't have been out."
I rarely ever hear that.
Oh, I've
heard from a couple of people.
Yeah,
I feel that way. I'm not a lot, but a couple. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like one of my favorite sequences is the Force when he amps up on all that juice, and he just he does the Wolverine rage. He just
right.
One last time.
Yeah, one last time.
Wink, wink.
Right. And it was kind of sad. It was kind of sad if you watch the special features. Hugh Jackman actually tears up because he talks about the last day on set and the fact that he's been doing this so long that he was ready to put down the claws, so to say. And he got really emotional about it, and like people were giving him hugs and like,
not only him but Patrick.
Well, yeah, I mean, he also played the character Charles Xavier for a while too. I mean, he's made appearances and cameos, and
I mean, I think the reason why Hugh Jackman felt that way because not only is Wolverine his more popular role he's played, but that's the role that made him that got him a big career.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it pretty much started him out as a person that's recognized through these films, and I think I don't know. I just think this is all around just a great story, and it's great, like just characters. So yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much all I have to say. If you haven't seen Logan, definitely check it out. I think it's worth it. Um, I think that's how Wolverine should be. As far as like I said, like the violence and stuff. I mean, Deadpool's the same way. That's why Wolverine and Deadpool works.
Right.
But that's more cartoony.
Right. Yeah.
This is more grounded.
This is more grounded. It's more realistic. Like, what if the X-Men and like, what if these heroes were real, like the real grounded, balanced characters? Like, how would it be? Like, what would happen? But yeah, it's good. I don't know. I really like it.
Okay.
Should we kind of try to keep away from any spoilers?
No, you can go ahead and spoil it. This movie's it's been out for a long time, obviously.
It's gonna be 10 years old in 3 years.
Yeah,
Right.
So it's been out for spoilers. You can go ahead and spoil
Almost,
it.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, I was just looking at what,
So go ahead,
what
Kenny.
he said. I was looking at what Boost here was saying.
Okay, so if you haven't seen the movie, we're probably gonna spoil it. So just warning, spoiler warnings.
All the stuff I said was pretty much in the trailer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's right.
so yeah.
I liked Meat.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
And Logan, I really liked. As he was pointing out, there's I guessing a lot of the releases there's a black and white release version of it. I think I kind of wish it actually had been shown in black and white in the theaters. It probably was, but for a limited.
I don't think it was.
thing.
I'm not even sure.
I'm not sure.
But
I know the Godzilla movie was.
I like the opening scene when he's revealed to be a limo driver, and then those guys, I think they slash his tires or something, or at least they try to, and then they kind of beat Logan up for a little, and then he starts wailing on them.
Yes.
I really love that opening scene. And I think he's in the city.
I mean, what do you think of, like, honestly, what do you think of the story of him having antimonium poisoning? I mean, if you think about it, he's got metal inside of him.
Yeah.
So it
I
kind
thought that was great. Yeah.
It kind of makes sense in a way, I guess. I mean, however your body takes it, I don't know.
After having adamantium for decades.
Well, because he had that in his body for decades.
Right.
Not 100 years, but for a long time.
Well, it's almost like a gift and a curse. It's like
yes.
But that eventually.
And then we see it in his face that I think was also it was affecting how he looked too.
Right.
I really liked Daphne Keane as that girl. What is she? They call her. She's
X-23.
She's X-23. What was it in the X-Men Origins Wolverine? Was that Weapon X or X-23?
That was just Weapon X.
Okay. Weapon. All right.
X-23 is basically they took like Logan's DNA and then they created her basically.
Yeah.
They did that. She's got basically the same thing that Logan has, but she's more agile.
Yeah.
Right. But that
they created all these mutant kids.
Yep.
Right. And that whole sometimes where you see these flashbacks of what happened is terrible. What they were doing with the children.
Yeah. That's what even makes it more like when you see these people get what they deserve, it makes it even more satisfying.
Mm.
You know, because of what they did to the kids.
Right.
I liked what's that one who was all white and pale. I
Oh,
can't
Caliban?
remember his name.
Caliban.
Caliban, yeah,
polar with him.
Caliban. Yeah, he could see things from
Caliban.
miles away, and like he can tell if you're a mutant.
Mm.
It's funny because they had that character in Aspect Apocalypse.
That's right. Yeah, they did. And he was
Different
he was-
actor though.
he was there when Psylocke was in the background, like he was
Yeah.
there at the yeah.
And I liked this is one I liked what's his name who was in The Predator when he had that metal
Boyd
armor, metal
Holbrook.
hand.
Boyd,
Boyd Holbrook, yeah.
Boyd Holbrook.
yeah, he plays.
This is probably of the two. This is one I liked him the most in. Most probably would agree.
The Predator. Oh my god, I haven't thought of the movie since we last talked about it.
Oh boy.
But
Yeah,
because
that
he's
one.
in that too. He's the father of that autistic
Yes.
boy.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
The boy who
but I
thinks
thought he was
technology.
great, and he was like a super fan of Logan,
Yes.
and he's going after. He's trying to get that girl X-23 or
Yeah.
what was it, Laura,
Yeah.
and for what were they were trying to get. He
Her
was
DNA,
working
right?
with
Pretty
them to
much?
try. Huh? Yeah, I
They wanted
think it was
her
the
power,
DNA.
yeah.
I
Well,
think
her
it was
mother,
the DNA.
the lady, was trying to get her away from those people, but those people are trying to get her
Yes.
back. Yeah.
And then that the actress who played her was phenomenal. It
Yes.
was really sad how as she was telling her part of the story, it can really make you sad what they were doing with her and her daughter.
I like how she didn't talk to like the first half of the movie. Then all of a sudden she starts to open up a little bit. Like she starts to
Right.
talk more and more.
Right. She does talk some, but not a lot until they're in that motel room.
Yeah.
She gets along. She gets along with Professor X more.
Oh, what do you think?
Yeah.
I think it's even jarring to me. Like when Professor X loses his mind to where everybody, it's like the whole screen starts shaking,
Yes.
and like when he has those aneurysms in his
kind
head,
of that kind of vibrating thing.
that whole scene where Wolverine has to make it up the stairs to get to the room is so freaking intense.
Yeah, I
It
think
kind of
that
just
happens.
shows. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think it happens 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, it happens a
It's-
few times. Yeah.
Because first it happens in that dome thing he's in.
But it just shows you that Wolverine, he's still powerful, even though he's going through what he's going through. He was the only one who could save Charles from going crazy or from losing his mind and killing everybody.
Yeah. That's why he's in that dome.
I like the lady who was kind of being rude to that little girl, Laura. When I think Laura was all she was doing was playing there in that motel place.
Oh, you mean the
think she
landlady
was-
or whatever she was?
Yeah, the landlady. That's it. And then Logan.
Get your fat ass back inside.
Did something there, yeah.
That was great.
And then I think Logan. She was going to pay Logan a certain amount of money to try and get her daughter across the border.
Yeah.
Well, they
That
were trying,
was-
they were
that
trying
was-
to, they were trying to get to the place that of sanctuary where everyone can go and be safe.
It was fun, and it's also really neat that Daphne she spoke English, or at least she talked, but didn't really speak a lot of English, and so I thought it was really nice actually hearing what her accent is, Spanish.
Yes.
I think I liked seeing her later, but I kind of wish she would still talk in her Spanish accent. I
Are
thought
you talking about the
that was
actual
really good.
actress?
Yes,
The
the
actual
Daphne
actress?
Keene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm guessing her accent has changed.
Well, she learned English better.
Yeah,
And,
because she was just a little girl, and
Yeah, she talks normal.
right.
She talks good English now.
Mhm. Mhm.
When she talked in X-Men or Deadpool,
I noticed that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
noticed that. I was like, hey, yeah, because I haven't seen her. I didn't see her interviews that she did for that Star Wars show or anything. I know she's in it, but I hadn't seen her anything else, so I had no idea how.
Isn't that canceled? Isn't that
Isn't
canceled?
what?
Yeah.
Oh,
The Acolyte, right?
Yeah.
She's in
Yeah,
there.
that I didn't care to see that.
That sucks.
I
For her.
love the
Yeah,
first
she'll be fine.
fight scene.
She'll be
I
in
love the
next
first fight scene she has in that where I think she's eating breakfast or cereal.
Eating cereal, yeah.
Well, first, it's very unassuming. You wouldn't think that she has or could do anything.
It's one of
And
those
then,
things where like it would have been shocking if they didn't show it in the trailers.
well, I mean, then when it
You
cuts
think she's just a
outside-
regular girl, right? She's just a scared
Yeah,
little girl,
yeah.
and then she comes out, throws her head.
Yeah, it cuts to the outside, and you hear the guy scream, like ugh. And then I love the moment when they all try to. I love the moment when they all tried. Logan, Xavier, and then
Laura.
well, they don't have her in the car yet, but they all try to escape that. Wherever that is, what is it? Some kind of a plant? Or, I'm not sure what setting that is.
It's like an abandoned. It's like an abandoned oil mine or something like that.
Oh yeah, they all try to escape that,
Right.
and then I think I think Logan drives a car alongside a train, and then I think he's able to drive in front of it,
Yeah.
and then that train smacks into another car. And what? It is heartbreaking the scene when what was his name again? The one who the one who I was saying it was all white and pale.
Oh, a Caliban.
Caliban.
Yeah.
It was heartbreaking when he when that kind of curtain or whatever sheet is pulled down and it starts burning his face.
Yeah. He's an albino.
And I was like, oh man, I hate that. And
yeah, that's when he goes outside. He has to cover his face completely.
yes, right.
Like it's a Western.
I love the family that Logan and the three of them see when I think the horses are spooked
at the farm.
They're
Yeah.
Yes, the farmhouse.
at the farm. I really like that family. And then the funny moment where I think they're at that water thing, and then these guys try to make what was that? A fart?
What was that? Holy shit! It sounded like someone tore like paper in half or something. It was like,
Ooh, it fucking stinks.
oh my god, that was man, you should probably check your pants.
What was I saying now?
Oh my god.
You're talking about the farmhouse.
Yeah, I know. But then I was thinking at night when Logan and that man, they're at that place, and then these three idiots come up, I guess, trying to intimidate them to get out. And then Logan
when that happens in movies, like all of a sudden, like a bunch of like nobody just come out of nowhere and just start talking, like start trying to pick a fight. Like, oh my god!
Yeah, and then Logan breaks one of the guy's shotguns over his leg.
Yeah.
And then I think that's either the first or second time when we see that clone Logan come and he kills
Xavier. I think that's X-24, isn't it?
X-24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was
That's kind of
That was so sad.
I tell you what, X-24, he kind of was scary
Yeah,
in the
that's
movie.
right.
I mean, he was kind of like
lo-
intimidating.
Right.
I
yeah.
know. I noticed it looked like Hugh Jackman. His look for that clone, for the X-24 clone, it looked like how Leaf Schreiber looked like in
Yes, it looked really
Yes,
a lot like him.
It was like a clone almost in a way.
yeah.
Yes.
Which is funny because
There-
they wanted Leaf Schreiber to come back, but
What ended up happening? How come they couldn't get him to come back?
I don't know why he didn't come back. But like the scene, it was like they were gonna. It was in the middle of the movie. It's supposed to be in the middle of the movie when they go to him for help. I don't know how big his role is gonna be. I think it's just gonna be small, but like they wanted him back. I mean, just to kind of complete the arc, but it didn't happen.
And then their whole fight outside of that house at night after the whole all three of they think one of the dad was killed, but their whole fight outside in the dark was really good. And that's the first time I think when Richard Grant shows. He's the one who I guess has the control over X-24.
Mhm.
That was really, really good. I think that was the first time Logan fights that clone.
Yeah.
But it's also funny though because people don't really talk about it. There's a lot of driving in this, so it's almost like a road picture, road film.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it has a lot of great dialogue while doing that.
What other movie? What other movie is a road trip kind of like movie?
Mm.
The Hitcher.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Yes.
Rob is shaking his head because he knows I'm talking about the remake. Anyway, move along. Go ahead, Kenny. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, move along.
Let's see. Oh,
did you have any issues with the movie?
I couldn't think of any issues. No. What I was saying when the first time we hear her talk, I really like their back and forth when she's trying to tell him where to go, and she first points it out in the comics. And Logan keeps saying this is all make believe.
I never wore a yellow suit.
Right. And then, it was a funny moment when the kids all shaved cut his hair some. And then when he was sleeping, it was this. I remember. You don't remember? Yeah, he was sleeping. They kind of trimmed his mustache and his beard.
I remember
they cut a center in the beard.
I remember like the kids joined up with him.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When they're fighting.
The whole third act.
Mm-hmm. What else? I really do really like the scene. I think when he is sleeping, and then all the children try to talk to him about his history and what has been going on with him.
Yeah, there's a deleted scene. I think it was a deleted scene where like one of the kids has a saber-tooth toy.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
That was my brother. Yeah, there's also another deleted scene where like he mentions Jean Grey.
Mm-hmm.
The family at the farmhouse, they asked him like, they asked him, "Are you married?" Because like that's his daughter. Like yeah, she died. Her name was Jean. I was like, okay, I guess he made up the lie that they were married at one point. He's still not over her after all this time.
Yeah, and then we were saying also one of you were saying that even the music score is really good in this, or is that
that's Mark again? Yeah,
it was him who was the Wolverine.
Yep.
And the music score for this was probably even better than even in the Wolverine. And then, oh, it's in the trailer, but I love the scene when Laura is at that gas station or food mart, and then she tries to scare the living daylights out of that guy who's working there. All he's trying to do is say to her that she has to pay for all that.
Yeah.
Then she pulls him over, is about to impale him. And then Logan, he takes a whole thing of cigars, I think.
I thought it was beef jerky.
Maybe it was beef jerky. It looked like cigars.
I mean, it makes sense if it was cigars. He likes to smoke.
The whole ending of it is emotional, but
Yes.
since someone didn't see it, I'm not saying that. But what else? I can't really think of anything else. I like the moment when he gets that green. What was it called? That green stuff. What was it called again? It
It's like
give himself strength and speed.
it's like
It's like
I
a
can
serum.
remember. Serum. There you go, serum. But then the girl, she tells him not to use the whole thing, but then of course he did. It was like use half of it, but then he uses too much of it, and all the energy is gone in a few minutes. I love all the moments when the kids are attacking those the ones that are going after them.
yeah, the
Like
one
that
guy
one-
that gets like buried in the grass.
Yes, that was I think that was Boyd.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's
then,
what happens to Ray. He gets buried in the grass. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you're right. Then the boy, I think I guess his powers that he can affect the earth. He makes the car go over and land on top of the clone. I think that's basically all. I love all the emotion in it, and the scenery and all the locations they look beautiful in this. How it was shot. I'm not sure if it was filmed with film. It was probably digital, but it still looks great even digital. And it's funny. A lot of the early part of the film, he's wearing this suit, which we never really saw him wear a suit before.
Because he's a limo driver.
Yeah,
He actually has a job.
right. I think that covers everything that I can think of. I had a lot to say.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. All right, so.
All right, Thomas.
So overall, you didn't like it. So.
No. Of all the films, it may be. I don't know if it's my favorite. It might be two to. I think X-Men 1 is probably
I'm not sure
X-Men 1. X-Men 1 is probably my favorite of them. I know most people would say X-Men 2, but I like X-Men 1 a lot, and that was what I first started with. That might be my favorite, and then Logan might be 2.
Okay. Thomas, your thoughts on Logan?
I mean, Rob and Kenny summed it up perfectly. I mean, this movie. I remember back when this came out in 2017. I actually got to see this in the theater. Actually, this was actually right after I saw Get Out in the theater. I saw this next in theater.
Yeah, came out the same month.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, yeah.
Sorry. It came out a week. Sorry, not the same month. A week before.
A week before Get Out.
No. Logan. Get Out came out a week before Logan.
I'm about to say
Yes,
because I saw Get
remember
Out.
that. Yes.
I saw Get Out first in the theater, and I
It's a-
later that, and then I saw Logan right after that. And I remember, I think Get Out and Logan came out on Blu-ray around like the same exact time, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken. I think it came out in May of 17, and I remember like, speaking of Best Buy, bring back the physical media because I went to Best Buy and went to go purchase them right away. I mean, I've never purchased two Blu-rays so fast in my life for Get Out and Logan because I adored both films that year. They were two of my favorite films of that year. And Kenny and Rob summed it up just perfectly. I mean, this film just, I would say for me, it's definitely the best of the three of Origins and the Wolverine. I mean, as much as I think the Wolverine is, and I think personally an underrated gem, I think this is easily the best one of the three. It has a lot of grit to it. It's got a lot of emotions to it. I think this is Hugh Jackman's best performance, like performance wise. He's got a lot of emotion, and Hugh Jackman just like this guy has played this character for so many years, and he's has it nailed down to a T. I mean, this was definitely the part that he was born to play, and he gives just a all just gutso performance in this film. I mean, a lot of like great emotional moments with him and the girl, and their moments together. And it's basically like Kenny said, it's a road movie, but it's because a lot of road films are like really comedic and also this is a heavy drama related road movie. And I love like it even has like a bit of an old west vibe to it as well, and even like Alex said, like a post apocalyptic world. That's kind of a cool mashup, like a post-apocalyptic world mixed with sort of like a western, and Rob said it best too. Like the fight sequences in this are just mesmerizing to watch. I mean, just it's R rated, and they don't hold back, and it's just and it's definitely a really good character study. It's a really good character piece of the character of Wolverine, and I think James Mangold easily knocked out of the park with this one. I mean, if I had to include his best X-Men film, it's definitely going to be Logan. If I had to choose, like, if I had to go into a top 5 where I had to include an X-Men film for James Mangold, Logan would be in my top 5, along with the other films that he did that were not X-Men movies. But this film just has everything to it. It's got it's definitely not a positive film to be watching. It's not a positive film whatsoever. It's got a lot of emotional moments to it as well. So definitely not a. I mean, you probably would want to go watch a goofy comedy to put yourself in a good spirit again after watching this because it is definitely a downer. But it's one of those downers though that I don't like because I'm usually not a fan of those kind of movies where they end so downbeat. But I think it works in this case for this kind of film, for the story.
John Wick 4.
See, that's a different kind of story.
I didn't like that.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, Kenny summed it up so well, like all the scenes that he described and
Clerks 3.
That was literally Kenny literally mapped out detail by detail, like everything that you can imagine that stood out in this film. And Rob has some good moments. And Rob, said a lot of the good stuff too, like the fight sequences and I tell you, the musical score is top notch as well. The musical score is very well done. I mean, I don't know what more I can say about Logan. I'm sure everybody in the world has seen this by now. I mean, it's going to be 10 years old in a couple years. So, I mean, if you haven't seen Logan yet, then I don't know what anybody out there or you are doing. I mean, you are missing out on a true masterpiece, in my opinion. I mean, everyone right now, Boo Stengel, if you haven't seen Logan yet, even if we spoil it and everything, still go see it. It's worth seeing.
It's still worth it. Yeah.
It's still worth seeing if you're a big X-Men.
It's on Disney Plus.
But that's all I got to say about Wolverine. It's
But
I mean,
we
look-
probably would prefer seeing it in the physical release of some kind.
yes, but like if you can't get your hands on that for
If you
whatever
can,
reason.
yeah.
But that's my overall thoughts.
Okay. Yeah, I also saw this in theaters when it came out. I think I'm pretty sure I saw it that Thursday night it came out because of because I didn't want to get spoiled. And I don't think I will. And this was like around this time when like Get Out came out and sort of this movie. This is around the time or like the last time. Hopefully, the
Sounds
last
like
time.
someone was echoing again.
Oh, hold on. No, I don't hear it.
I don't hear anything.
Okay. So, yeah, this is around the time where I wasn't unemployed, pretty much. So I had a lot of time on my hands. Like the last time I had a lot of time on my hands. So I got to see this Thursday night, and hold on, sorry about that. Yeah, you guys mentioned the emotion. Like, this is a hard movie to watch because it's very emotional. It gets even depressing at times, but it is well made. The acting's good. Yeah, I haven't thought about like what's my favorite Hugh Jackman performance as the character as a Wolverine, but it could be this one. Like it's a good argument. That's a good point that was made. I can see. Okay, I won't argue against it. But then again, he's always good. Yeah. Did you guys like what was done with Charles Xavier? Like his whole like struggle with his mind.
Yes, that.
Yeah.
I really did. I think that was why I was mentioning that.
It was definitely a very different performance that he's done than ever before as the character.
Mm-hmm.
It makes him
Right.
seem more human.
You definitely saw more of a like I don't want to say goofy, but I'm trying to find the right word for this. He definitely feels like an old grandpa that just like when he starts getting along with Laura, he feels like a grandpa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that, yeah.
Were you
Like,
were
they have a
you
grandpa
laughing?
that-
Were you laughing sometimes at his acting? Is that
not
why
as
you're
it,
saying
not
that?
at his acting, but some of the things he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like he
Oh.
definitely felt like a grumpy old man. Like when like he's arguing with Logan, he's like he just says like "fuck off, Logan." You know, like you never
Okay.
hear Xavier say stuff like that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Stuff like that, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. He's not getting along with Logan. Like he has his own struggling issues with the power. So
Right.
they're at their end.
I'm not. I guess
much.
what was the issue with him? I think his mind, I guess, was ailing.
Well,
failing him.
he's getting older, so it's like you know how like there's like Alzheimer's and people deal with
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's like
That's it.
because he has a mind power.
That's gonna mess up. Yeah,
It's messing up his. It's just a way of life, I guess. But I like that because it makes him feel like he's more like a human. I mean,
Yes.
Like
right.
imagine if somebody that powerful was at that age, they're losing their grip on reality. Yeah,
oh my God, yeah.
it would be an issue. Yeah.
You think they're probably around the same age, Logan and him?
Logan's older.
No, but you never could.
Oh, like
Because-
if you met him in the
Ooh,
like if you met him for first time, like you would kind of say, "Who's older here?" Yeah.
well, no,
Oh,
I mean
okay.
because it's never really known how old Xavier Charles really is. I don't think.
Well, he was like a college graduate in first class, where that was like the early '60s. So
Mhm.
he must have been, and he was a little kid in those flashbacks in the '40s. So he must have been like
Mm.
1930s. That was when he was born.
Right.
Where Logan, he goes way back till the 1800s. He was a kid, so he's older.
But I
What are
could
you
see
talking about?
Charles-
He's dead. He's dead in X3. Remember, he's dead.
Who's dead? Who's dead?
Charles Xavier's dead.
Well, he's alive in this.
I know.
But it's not even him. It's his the body of it. The body of his twin. Remember?
Yep.
His original body. It's crazy. Yeah, people forget about that. Right? That's not even his original body.
Did you see the black and white one of this too? Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that version.
I have. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Feels like a different movie. Honestly,
I think that was how. Just
remove the color off your screen. There you go.
I think that was how James wanted to release it anyway.
Really? I didn't. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting, but like,
it's
weird. Like I don't know who did this first. Like I know they did it for Max Fury Road. I think that was the first one. Godzilla -1. And even the Snyder's Justice League had a black and white version.
Yes.
So like that's the trend. They released the color version and they released the black and white version later.
I didn't say this because this was a few months to a year after Deadpool, which was R, and then this is R, and then Deadpool 2 came. And then they poked fun at this being they ran the coattails being R.
Yeah. Because they realized rated R can be successful done right.
Yeah, that's right.
Because for so long, and we saw this during the first Wolverine movie, when making it, they're so afraid of making a superhero movie rated R because they weren't doing well at the time.
Right. It rarely ever happened except for Blade, the 3 Blade, or the 2 the 3 Punisher films.
Right, but like they were so. It's like because they wanted to have little kids go see these superheroes.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
But like, look at this one. Like, even Deadpool, like they were more successful than most of the action movies. They were PG-13. So what does that say?
And I think Logan grossed the most of almost more than any of the X-Men films.
Yeah.
Deadpool aside.
Yeah. So the rating thing is not even a big deal anymore.
You're right.
So, I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't think it's necessary, but maybe in the future, you might see a rated R Batman movie. You could, if they wanted to.
Right, and
they could have made the Batman rated R if they wanted to.
Yeah,
they might do that with the Batman Part 2 whenever that comes.
That movie pushes the PG-13 as much as they can.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. You're right.
So I give it that. I mean, the Penguin show, I've only been one episode, but that show is rated R. They say the F word
in the TV, so it's probably TV 14 or MA.
It's MA.
Yeah.
So back to Logan. Yeah, okay, I'll spoil it.
What the heck? Well, who was that? Was that one of your...
What?
Logan, and who was that one?
Landon. Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, just saying, like, remember how I mentioned in the Wolverine how Yukio warned Wolverine about how he was gonna die? Well,
yes.
Maybe her prediction, like people have this theory, like her prediction was right because the way she described it was kind of how at the end of this one, spoiler alert, he dies. Yeah.
Right.
Holding his daughter's hand, Yeah. Also, Charles Xavier died again. So he died twice in the series.
Different way. And a different way and was more believable.
Yeah.
Instead of push.
Right. Like again, like this movie's more grounded compared to the other action movies.
Yes.
So you're gonna have more realistic deaths. No coming back for this one. No. The only way, I mean, then we'll get to the MCU in the future. So. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then after this, Deadpool.
Yes. But yeah.
I'm guessing the 3 of you have seen the newest one, right?
I have.
Yeah, I saw it.
Ow.
The heck is that?
What's that noise?
That's from someone's background.
Not mine. I don't have anything on.
Wait, what does it sound like?
It's not like a screeching noise.
Hey, that was screeching. That hurt me.
I'm about to say, do you hear it right now?
No.
It's kind of went through. But yeah, this movie I don't really rewatch often.
Oh, because
not a
of
good-
how down.
It's so sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
Right.
I don't like being sad, but yeah, that's
But I think that was what Hugh wanted to do, and how he wanted to send off the character.
Yeah, they actually brought back the adamantium bullet in this one, but it actually kills.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but a different thing.
But it's supposed to be the
Different
same
one.
one because Logan says in the beginning, "Yeah, get the adamantium bullet." Okay.
But I mean, yeah, that was did the that other
that
thing.
kind of shows like okay, he didn't want to retcon the first one. He just changed it a little bit to have it make sense.
Right, because then
It kills
the girl, Laura, she shoots it at that clone
the
or
clone.
whatever he is.
X24.
If it wasn't for that, there'd be no way he could stop him.
Yeah, because he was unstoppable.
True.
He was stronger than
and it was really, and it blew his head open when she did that. So that it was more believable instead of going right to the forehead.
Yeah, because once you split his animanium skull, he can't heal from that.
No,
Exactly.
He can only heal if you cut his skin.
First time I saw this, I had no idea that his last line was. So that's how it feels like. Because I
that's what
I must
it feels
not
like.
heard it because everybody in the theater was crying.
That's why Deadpool's more powerful because Deadpool's more powerful because you can basically cut off his limbs and he'll grow new ones back.
Yeah.
So,
like, there was a tiny little swimming pool at the theater. All the tears.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, it's a solid movie. It's not my favorite, but it's a pretty solid way to end Logan's story.
What? Oh, this one isn't your favorite?
Yeah, this one, despite being sad and depressing.
Oh, this one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was going to say Wade Wilson, Deadpool. He's nowhere near as old as Logan.
No.
Obviously.
No, but
he still ages, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see when we get to Deadpool X.
Yeah.
Deadpool X.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's overall I do enjoy it. I do think it's a good movie. It's just not one I rewatch often.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's not a struggle, but it can be a difficult one to watch.
Yeah, you have to be in the right mood.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a story, it kind of trying to like come full circle with one of your favorite characters, it's good for that, but
Okay, so any other thoughts on Logan?
Nope.
No.
I can't think of anything else. No.
Okay.
I think I said everything else.
All right, let's snap out this depressing stats.
Okay, so stats. We have the budget was between 97 million and 127 million, and worldwide total it made 619.2 million dollars.
Holy moly!
Great, good. So this one was definitely profitable.
Yeah,
definitely.
See,
I'd say
it made more than the PG-13 accents movies.
But was certainly more than X-Men Origins Wolverine.
And it has an 8.1 on IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Good. Yeah.
And Rotten Tomatoes, the critic score is 93%. Audience score is 91%.
All right,
I'm surprised the critic score is that high.
Oh yeah,
I
critics
remember
love
it
this.
being there.
They like depressing movies.
Yeah,
They like depressing movies.
They like to be down in the dumps.
Mhm.
So yeah. So that was the Wolverine trilogy.
The
mm-hmm.
trilogy.
The trilogy.
Trilogy.
Yep.
So
Trilogy.
so
Wasn't
next
it Danica?
time. Next time we're gonna have more fun because it's gonna be Deadpool movies and there's a comedy.
Uh-huh.
So
Maybe by the time we do that, it might be the third might be released home video. It's probably about
It's coming
close to
out
that.
soon.
Yeah, it should be coming out soon.
It feels
look
like it
forward
just
to
came
getting
out.
that.
And they feel it just came out in theaters. It's been so time
It
goes
was
fast.
back in. Well, now studios
Which
have
it
this
was- it
stupid
was a
thing
good-
where
it
they
was a-
shorten the
Well, we're
Yes,
getting
sir.
we're getting Godzilla -1 finally on physical release.
Yeah.
studios.
I'm pretty sure that's
they
gonna have the black and white
stupidly
version
binge-
too.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Black and
Kenny,
white.
I agree.
Oh yeah, Godzilla.
No, I agree
I was
with
saying-
Kenny, I agree with you about the theaters. Like the studios are cutting down the theater days. So they can
No, I
rush
mean
the
like
movie.
the release time, the release window and release time for films has been getting shorter and shorter. Which I'm used to. As I grew up, it used to be 5 months.
Sometimes
Which
longer than that.
actually, yeah, I really miss it when it was like that. Now you almost barely have any time to see whatever. Like there was a Rocky Forge,
Versus Drago. Yeah.
Rocky versus Drago.
I got
which
to see
didn't
that.
get
I got to
see.
see that, but that was a limited time.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to Deadpool and Wolverine. One Transformers film that I really liked was Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I haven't gotten that because it can be kind of confusing because the DVD and the Blu-ray 4K released was separate.
Hey, there's that bullet train.
Rise of the Beast was actually pretty good.
Yes. Now this newest one,
Transformers 1. That's
1.
playing uptown. That's playing up here right now.
That just came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely animated too.
Yeah.
I've been curious about that. The
All
second
right, so
trailer made it look
we're gonna
a lot
end the
better.
show. We're gonna end the show and say,
Yeah.
hold on. No, just kidding.
What the fuck?
I'm just being stupid.
What was that?
You're like, I'm gonna end the show.
No, I'm just being stupid. Okay. No. Okay. Thanks to everybody who was watching. The 2 viewers.
Mhm.
Hope you
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
boost angle.
Yeah, all encounter.
And only one here, right?
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. And people who watch this later, hope you enjoy our thoughts. And we'll be back hopefully soon to wrap up this whole franchise with the Deadpool trilogy.
Yep.
And has Dan seen all 3 of them yet?
All 3 Deadpools?
Yeah,
No.
we saw all 3 of them in the theater.
Well,
But he
Deadpool
probably
movies?
won't be. He probably won't be able to be a part of that when we do that stream.
Oh, Deadpool, you mean?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I doubt it. I don't know. I really don't know.
Right.
He'll be back.
Depends on how busy he is.
One of these days we're gonna drag him out of his house and make him.
Drag him out of his house.
I'm gonna go over there and kick him.
Yeah, kick him out of the house. Kick him out of his house.
No,
all
he's just
the way
gonna kick
to
him like
yours.
to the stream.
I'm gonna kick you.
All right, so we're back for Deadpool trilogy, and hopefully soon. Yeah, because October is coming,
All right.
and we gotta do some Halloween shit. You know,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to October. That's be
that's
fun.
the spooky,
Yeah.
the spooky season.
Yeah, you're not, but you won't be doing any new 31 Days of Horror probably.
Well, now that I work full time, I can't.
Yeah,
really
it's
do
hard.
that
It's
anymore.
hard. It's hard. It's really hard.
When I used to have a lot of free time on my hands.
They won't do it, but I'll do it. No, just kidding. I won't.
When I had a lot of when I had a lot of free time on my hands, I was able to do that. But
I'll
now that
think
I work
about
full
it,
time, I can't do it now.
Alex, you could do quick ones. Just say, okay,
I liked it. The
No,
end.
yeah, just say day one, Amityville Horror. All right, that's it.
Be like Julie, going through it really quick in each day. Don't really safety.
Yeah.
I don't really like. What was it? This movie. This is a thumbs down movie. You can't really
I'll do.
and then
I'll
you
go,
keep
no,
going.
no. I'll go on live and talk about
This
it.
was a
No,
thumbs down.
no.
This was a thumbs down movie for me.
I'll talk about it for an hour. I'll probably be all over the place. The first day one will be a 20-minute review, and day two will be a 5-second review.
I'm sorry, everybody. This was a thumbs down movie for me because Stallone wasn't in it. I'm sorry, I don't like the movie.
I never really watched her videos.
Okay, we're gonna end the show. We're gonna end the show. Okay.
All right.
We're gonna end the show. We're going off the stream. We're going off the stream. Okay. See you next time for Death.
All right.
Bye. Bye.
Good to see you.